What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Appreciate y'all for coming through. I was just on the brother Lamont Tyson show. Had a good time talking and chatting with everybody. It was a lot of fun. I had to come on up. You know me to talk. There was a lot of people, and you know, I can't talk as much as I like. So I want to get out a few things, as well as, you know, my damn stream wasn't working. I guess when you come on StreamYard, the last person in, they treat you like a stepson, stepchild. And I mean, StreamYard wasn't letting me be able to do nothing. They had me lagging and looking bad, but that's all right. I'm back. Like I told them, you see this beautiful mansion right here? You see this right here, cuz? This right here ain't come easy, cuz. All right? Anyway. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Hey, I appreciate you, D-Weave, for being there. Moochie, I just put the link. I tried to send it to you on here, but it's, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it went through. Larry, my brother Larry, I sent it through. You say it's still lagging. Is it still lagging, man?
I can hear you just fine, man. How you doing? Uh-oh, it's lagging now.
There you go. All right, I'm trying to switch the screen thing.
You know,
it's not my night, okay? Look at that thing.
I tell you, Jay, one of the reasons why I was clowning so hard about the internet was because literally just today, my Wi-Fi router went out, and I was on the phone with them folks for hours at my ISP, and then I called the manufacturer, and basically I ended up over at Micro Center buying a new router, which I have to hook up later on tonight. So the whole internet thing tonight was just funny to me.
Right. Damn, just so happened it's another brother down for the count. That's why I say it's a CON conspiracy. They don't want to talk, man. You can't get a word out. Right. You know what I'm saying? Nita, lovely Nita, I'm glad you joined. I appreciate you for coming through. The talk, man. You can't get a word out. Yeah, the YouTube playing.
Oh, somebody has the volume up.
Yeah, I hear the YouTube. I hear myself talking.
Hold on, let me go grab some headphones just to make sure it's not me.
Let me see. Nita, you there?
Grab some headphones just to make sure it's not me.
I'm here.
I don't know whose name. I don't know who that is with the name Cocoa Butter Barbie, but I love that screen name.
Nita, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Make sure it's not me.
I'm here.
I don't know whose name. I don't know who that is with the name Cocoa Butter Barbie. All right, there we go.
Nita, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Make sure it's not me.
I'm here.
I don't know who that is with the name Cocoa Butter Barbie.
What's going on?
Nita, you there?
Yeah.
Damn, YouTube playing what in the world?
Okay,
there we go. All right.
I don't know what that is. Somebody,
I don't know what that was.
YouTube or something was playing.
Somebody was acting up.
I think her YouTube. See, I told you can't be last, Nita. They gonna get your ass. Now your internet looking bad. See? It ain't just me. Whoever don't show up to the party first get penalized. You know what I mean? You got the man get the headphones.
If you're not early, you're late.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Ricky Bobby, if you're not first, you're last.
Man, I love
that Barbie. Yeah, she's a big supporter of the channel.
I love that
definitely.
Name.
All right, let's see if it's working this time. It sounds like you know, beautiful, right? All right, Nita, welcome back. You feeling like I was feeling on the last show?
Nita always look like $1,000.
Give people props when they. Yeah.
Nita looks like one of them girls when you were younger. You didn't even bother to try and talk to them because you were just like, I don't have enough money. You know?
I get that. I swear.
You know?
I get that. Men actually come up to me and say, either like, you know, I just don't want to talk to you because I just don't think I can do it. Like,
yeah.
Damn. I'm from Chicago, so I ain't give a damn. I talk to everybody, man. I'm one of them people. I spark conversation. You think we was best friends? I just met your ass. People, I be talking to people. They like, man, where you know them from? I'm like, shit, I don't know. I just met their ass. What's up?
That is
Yeah, my parents. I'm glad I grew up in a time period where they wasn't kidnapping kids all the time. Because I would not that I would talk to strangers like that, but I would talk to people and stuff, and I never was like a shy person. So I'm glad that it ain't the day where you talk to the wrong person and come up missing.
I just want to say to Mellow Fellow 78, you can't clown when you can't spell. You know, you can't clown when you can't spell. Like when you tell a joke and you have to go back and revise and edit the punchline, it's just not funny.
You just don't hit the same.
You know, it just don't hit the same. Exactly. I'm just messing with you, Mellow Fellow, man. You know how we do. Hey. You know how we do, man. And I like messing with Nita all the time.
Hey, support gaming. Oh,
support
definitely.
Gaming,
man. I didn't know you was in there. You didn't defend me. What you supposed? Your name is support. Where was my support? Like this ain't a game. This was real life. You only support games, but when it comes to real life, you leave your boy hanging. Okay, right.
Jay, I'm seeing all kinds of people that have come. I'm seeing like Ralph Ortiz and Karen Jones and support gaming and Beamish. I'm seeing all kinds of people that have come through from channel to channel. Man, I'm loving the love.
Yeah. Oh absolutely. Yeah, support gaming been coming here for years. I didn't know the other people though. We got Moochie in the building. What's up?
Am I on?
You're on.
I don't see my oh, there you go. Okay.
Welcome to my world.
So I guess I'm gonna be the one with the poor connection.
Yes. Yes.
Your service ran out after the last show. Your bill was due.
Shout out to Reggie M in the house saying Larry got me following y'all. I like it. I like it, man. That's what we're trying to do. We're all trying to support each other.
Now, I'm not familiar with Reggie. Definitely. Ralph Ortiz is a new name, and Malachi Lee.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Love it.
I was saying somebody put the name of Ron and Tiffany, their channel. If
I don't know their channel,
so I can follow them.
All right. Yeah, I'll have to get that.
It's not in the description box.
Okay.
I need to get that too.
All right. So one thing I'm about is while we
though I was loving them. I love their energy.
Yeah.
I had fun tonight, y'all.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely appreciate it.
Where we gonna
continue? Yeah, I had a good time. I'll start where we last left off because I did want to say something and then I'll swing it around. Is that when Franklin went to go visit Mel, I think he shouldn't even have did that at all. Like she was on her sanctified churchy thing. Why you go and like he said he was gonna let sleeping dogs lie? Why didn't you?
Exactly.
Like, okay, you took care of the reporter. Yeah, like why you bring it up? She pissed again. You know what I mean? And why you want to? And nothing like you say, nothing worse than a woman scorned. Leave her ass alone. She all the way in Odessa, Texas. You had to go all out of your way to do that. You should have killed her then.
I don't know, man.
To go drive and say, hey,
daddy still. You know they mad.
He might have been worried that
she's coming for him.
But he might have been worried that because she was up there in the church, maybe it's because, you know, she was a drug addict. Maybe she was working those 12 steps. He might have been worried like, oh, this hoe's going to try and make an amends to somebody and put my name out there. And he might be like, let me just go ahead and holler at her a little bit. Let her know if you do some craziness like that, I'm going to go ahead and just have to take care of you. So I think maybe he just wanted to let her know, like, me walking out of here without killing you was me showing you I still have love for you, but you need to keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
I feel like
Nita, what you think on that?
I feel like he came there to let her know about Irene. He wanted her to know that she knows that she sent Irene there after him.
I liked Irene too. I wanted Irene to make it through, man. I like Irene.
She had her heart in the right place, but ended up in the wrong place after that accident. It shifted, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what's funny, right? It's funny. I worked as a photojournalist for a lot of years, and I've seen so many people like her, so many journalists like her, that was just like, they were so passionate about their work that they put everything else to the side, and they were hardcore alcoholics. Boy, they used to keep bottles in the top drawer of their desk, and they would drink, and they would work, and then they would work, and then they would drink, and they were good at their job, but they were drunks, boy.
Yeah.
People exactly where to find her.
Oh yeah.
I mean, her auntie sold her out. Why would she tell her that when she on the run? I hear that. Hey, I didn't work around photojournalists or nothing, but my dad was in advertising executive, and everybody was a functioning alcoholic, and they all had 6-figure jobs. So
yeah,
I know how it is. You know what I mean?
Detectives too. Detectives and people who are engrossed in police work. How it consumes them, and they always lose their family.
That's why weed should be legal. They could have smoked and chilled instead of getting blackout drunk. Drunk and lose everything. They could have smoked, chilled, and they would have had dinners together because they would have been hungry. Everybody would have came together eating.
That's what they should do, Jay. They should reclassify alcohol as a class 1 drug and then legalize weed. I mean, all you gotta do is have a bunch of people hungry and sleepy. Alcohol makes some people happy and horny. Alcohol also makes other people angry and assholes. Absolutely. I've never seen weed do anything but make people happy, funny, and hungry.
Yeah. And you don't drive drunk with weed. Like, you may get tired, but you'll pull over or you won't even feel like driving, actually. You'd be like,
should I drive high? Nah, I'm just going to go to sleep right here on someone else's couch.
For real. Yeah. Hey, for real. Hey, shout out to Bucky. Bucky want to know, do we think season 5 will be the final season? Nita, let me hear from you. What you think?
I told him in the chat, no, I don't think so. Because usually when they announce it, they'll say the 5th and final season. Snowfall is probably doing great numbers. I don't keep track of that, but as much talk as I hear about it, and how much it trends and stuff like that, I don't think it has. And then especially since we're getting a whole new Teddy, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they're still working. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like. Maybe another 2 seasons.
I do. I have to disagree, Nita. I have to disagree, and I'll tell you why. Is because we've already seen Franklin. I don't remember his character. I don't remember his real name, but we've seen him get a. We've seen him as the co-star next to Anthony Mackie in that Netflix movie, and so I think his career is taken off in a different way, where he's gonna start doing more movies and TV shows, and I think I mean that movie. This season was so good. I fully expect there's going to be Emmy nominations coming their way because of this. And I mean, beyond their acting, I think Leon's afro deserves an Emmy by itself. Just the afro alone deserves an Emmy.
That was the 4th member of the crew.
Exactly. But I think because everybody in this series was so good, I think they're gonna start getting more offers. And we already know that the character who plays Franklin is getting offers for movies. I don't think it's gonna go beyond a 5th season.
I don't know about that, Larry, because movies take way less time to film rather than episodic.
Yeah, we can do that on this off season.
It's all scheduling. It's like scheduling. So I think when, production.
I can see everybody having a point on this.
He could be working on movies. So he could kind of dibble and dabble and do all of that. But I still think when they announced the 5th season, I don't think that if it was the final season, they would say it. I don't think they're getting canceled. So they would say it's the 5th and final season. So I think at least 2. So season 5 and season 6. That's usually when these drug movies kind of like fizzle out a little bit.
Well, let's just say this from your mouth to God's ears, because I would love to see it go on for longer. So let's see what happens. I hope it does.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna be surprised nor disappointed if it ends after next season.
Even the character that played Jerome is doing movies too now.
Yeah.
Because he just did a movie also.
Right.
What
I think Jada left us on his show. All right, I'm taking over the show. I'm about to start sharing my screen. I'm about to do all kinds of stuff. All right, let's get it in, y'all.
Why he believe his own life?
So,
how does that work?
No, he probably went to go do something.
I think his internet crapped out on him. And
can y'all still see us?
I can still see, yeah. I think everybody can still see us just fine. I think we're still on the live, but there he comes. He's coming back.
No, it's still going. It's still going.
All right.
It's going. It's just my camera. I got evicted out of my own house. Hey, sheriff department don't play, man. They work 24/7. Okay, I thought I was safe. Then it came kicking in the door, waving the Wi-Fi code. All they want to see is no more J-Mo. Like, damn, that was a freestyle.
We were about to start the Mooch Nita Larry show. We were about to start it right here. Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, my God. It ain't my night tonight, man. Damn.
I was saying
I gotta tell my son, get off the damn Xbox. No, he ain't on that.
He's up there playing Mortal Kombat. He's getting ready for that movie that's coming out on tomorrow, I think it is. It's coming out on midnight. He's trying to get ready for that Mortal Kombat.
3 a.m.
Yeah, he didn't put the finishing move on my damn show.
Ooh. There we go. 3 a.m. Nita, huh?
I wish that we were able to say our ratings, like out of 1 out of 10. I wish we were able to say our predictions for next season. Jay, I wanted to shout you out because you made a video that I watched a couple of days ago, or maybe today, and you were saying that Man Boy's
that's the video
was coming to pass, and everything you were saying, it really kind of lined out.
Exactly.
Shout you out for that. But
I want to elaborate on that. I want you to elaborate on that.
We couldn't get to it, so maybe we can get to it tonight.
I mean, all right, no problem. I'll tell you why I said what I said too. Moochie, go ahead and say what you was gonna say right quick.
No, that's why I wanted you to elaborate on it, and then we could just come on.
Oh, okay, so
hey Moochie, can you just talk a little bit more because people love your accent.
What happened?
I said you just need to speak a little more because people love your accent. I mean, we get comments in the comment section. People talk about I love Moochie's accent. You know. Moochie sounds like the quintessential New Yorker, you know?
He sounds like the drug dealer's girlfriend.
I feel like
I know that's right.
She sounds like Tasha. She sounds like Tasha. There you go.
No, hey, support.
I'm just New York. Support gaming.
Yeah. Hey, so why I said that video? Yeah, he said Tommy done came for me, cancel Christmas on me, man. Hey, tonight ain't my night. Hey, it's my season finale. Okay, they rolled me off the show. I only had one appearance. That's all I get. They took me out.
So Jay, you think this is the end of? You think this is the end of Jerome and Franklin and all of them being tight like how they was, or do you think they're gonna come back? Like,
I think they're gonna come back, but like Franklin say, y'all gonna come back when you need me, just like Leon, and he gonna look at them a little differently now for that. And I would too. If I was Franklin, I would cut their ass off, man. You gonna tell me what you gonna pay? Talking about, oh, you think it's fair? How about this? Go find out on your own, make your own way. And when you realize that instead of 12 a key, you're gonna have to pay 15, and you realize how dirty it is out there, you're gonna want to come back. Like, I would just cut them off and say, you know what, y'all do your own thing. You made your mind up already. You didn't even ask or consult with me. You just gonna tell me, well, I'm gonna tell you. Bye. Okay.
Yeah,
I would just find other people. There's plenty of other people want to make money. I would just not be close with nobody else.
Ralph, I feel you.
It ain't gotta be a family. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Moochie. Go ahead, Moochie.
I was saying Ralph Ortiz said, do you think it would be a spinoff with Louis and Jerome?
Ooh, that's good.
That's trying to be like Power.
That's
that would
good.
That would be too much. I
well,
think it would be okay. This is how I would say it would work.
If they called it Down South.
Yeah.
What if they did it and they called it Down South and it's all about Louis and Jerome doing the Alabama thing?
Yeah, that would work.
It will work, but I want to see what's going to happen when they go back there. I'm dying to see what's going to happen when they go back there because I was so worried about the friend because she was already, to me, you was too close to it. She even though she was pregnant, and I feel like she shouldn't have been that close to messing with that stuff, cooking it and everything.
Yeah, Louis was wrong for even introducing them that. And she over here putting it in her mouth, getting a little sugar, diabetes, too much sugar, you know, it's gonna do nothing good for that baby. You know,
I'll be honest with you,
like
from a business
baby.
From a business perspective, I'm not even sure that I would have given them the recipe. I think I would have gone out there and given them the rock and let them sell it. And I think I just would have rocked it up and delivered it already packaged up and ready to go. I'm not sure I would have given them the recipe because I'm not trying to dog country folks. I'm not trying to say that they're whatever, but there were some seriously country folk. Like I'm not sure I would have trusted them with that recipe. I think I would have said, you know what, like the way they were living, I'd have been like, nah, somebody would come out here, maybe just put a little pressure on you, maybe offered you a little bit extra money, and then they would have got the recipe from you. I think that at that time, the recipe was so valuable. I think I would have just simply said, here's the product. We're going to deliver it to you. And then, you know, and even if Louis and them needed to say, okay, I'm going to put someone out here in an apartment or in a house and their whole job is to cook. That's all they do. I would have done that rather than give up the recipe.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Last point.
Because that recipe is actually more valuable than the product right now.
Do Lucia have it? Does Lucia have the recipe?
Yeah.
No, that was the thing that Lucia wanted so bad. Oh, she has it now?
Yes.
But they got it. Gustavo and them, they tricked them. They paid what you call it. Yeah. But no, they paid. That's why Franklin took out what you call it. Because he gave them the money. He gave them the recipe or something.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I ain't seen it in a while, so I watched too much shit. I gotta remember, get a refresher. But I think that's why Leon was snapping when he saw Gustavo in the club, because he's like, man, after they got the recipe, this and that. What, Kevin? They tricked Kevin or something into getting it or whatever, didn't they? Right. Nita, you remember?
Well, what I want to know is, are we ever going to see Gustavo again with his Lucha Libre wrestling mask on? You know, because let's not forget the dude used to be a professional wrestler, and that was just all kinds of awesome.
Yeah, he's gonna start pulling hits with it on.
Oh man!
Well, we already know that.
Nita, what you think about that situation?
Oh. Which situation?
Yeah. I want to hear from Nita right quick. She's trying to say something. Go ahead about with the recipe and everything. You think that was smart, or what? He trying to get it with Lucia, or what?
Hell no, that team was raggedy AF. Like, just throw the whole thing away. Like, the only person that I think might be okay is the girl that she thinks that she trusts. Like, maybe the dude, like, that homeless person, but the person that's sleeping on their couch, scratch. And that's what for everybody.
Yeah.
You think they can get their own spinoff with that? Going over to Little Rock, going into another thing, or do you think they're gonna keep it incorporated?
I mean, they could. It could be
At
like,
least
maybe
not
they'll
right
do a
now.
thing like the Antiques Roadshow,
Maybe
except
if
it'll
it
be
go
the Crack
another
Teach
2
Roadshow.
Yeah, they got build up to it, right?
It's the Ad Tweak Roadshow. They all on the Tweak, Ad Tweak Roadshow. They just gonna have tweakers lined up left to right. We gonna pass off this tweak show.
Exactly. I think, but you know what, like you said, as far as doing the road show, taking them on the road and doing a spinoff, I think they could do it in Arkansas, because there's a lot of stuff that people don't talk about with the game, with selling drugs and how the spread of the Crips and Bloods and the whole LA gang culture as it spread throughout like the South and the Midwest. They don't talk about that a lot. And I think if they tied it in with this show and talked about how it moved out there, I think there would be a really good spinoff for Louis and Jerome's characters.
Yeah, and I think that they need other side plots, because they eliminated a lot of the groundwork that they built. So I see that they kind of tried to set things up, but not so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there is room for expansion. That's why I think that season 5 is not going to be the end, because Franklin needs people. Like,
right.
What's the point of having being the distributor and don't have nobody to distribute it to?
Yeah, he needs a crew, but he needs a crew to protect him, because he's running real.
He needs to reorganize his business.
Keep in mind, he still got the boys
and scrap that family model.
He's got what? Oh, right. You're right. You're right, Moochie.
The boys at the PJs, the OGs.
He does.
Even if I'm saying that even if Leon doesn't want to do that anymore, and he goes, let's say if he really goes to the shelter like we want him to, you got that big swole dude that was ready to fight Jerome, and
they do have them in their crew.
But we're not sure if those dudes are gonna go with Leon and Hinch with Franklin, or if they're gonna go with Jerome, because they were much more about Jerome than they were with Leon. You know, they only went with Leon because Jerome said, "This is my man's," and then go with him. You know, so we don't know. I mean, right. I don't think that's gonna start a beef though
between them.
Who?
Right, there is a little beef there.
Who started it?
Yeah,
I think it just did. It's just one of those. I think it's just one of those masculine beefs. It's no one really started. It's just a dominance. It's just a dominance thing.
There's no rationale, right?
No, it's just a dominance thing. It's just like, who's the alpha?
Right.
You know, okay. It's not really I really hate you. It's just
but
a matter
I'm
of
saying, like, if Louis and Jerome. Yeah, but if Louis and Jerome try to claim the projects and No Neck Johnson in the crew, then Leon live in the projects and Franklin thinking that's going to be him and Leon's. So then that would cause a problem with them, because they like, wait a minute, you know, and just like y'all set up Little Rock, because I told you to expand. Now, since you did what I told you, you talking about you claiming what's yours. No, I said that was for us, not for you.
Yeah,
like I hear you. I hear you, Jay. I hear you, but I don't think that Leon in season 5 is going to be living in the projects, because we've already seen that Franklin is smart, real smart. And he knows, like, when he told Leon, you're going to work for me. Basically, I did all this for you. I went to bat for you.
No question.
And so, no, I'm not letting you go. And so you're going to stay here and you're going to work with me. But he knows that if you give somebody a mandate like that, they're not going to be happy about having their choices taken away. And the only way that you can sort of get, sort of take some of the sting off of that is to give them a lot. And so I don't think he's going to keep Leon in the projects. I wouldn't be surprised if Leon buys him a house right next door to where he lives. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if next season, instead of driving that little LTO they drive, that they're driving, something a little bit nicer,
They I just need some better stuff.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna set up Leon with a little bit nicer stuff just to keep him happy.
I still don't understand the reason why Franklin feel like he the block. Nigga, you the distributor. Like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? Like, you are on another level. I don't understand that shit. Like, I'm sitting up here like,
if you're supposed to be wholesale,
young man.
supplier. If you're supposed to be the wholesaler, be the supplier. You don't get involved with all the little rifts that's going on in the neighborhood. All of that is none of your business. Do your job and just do the product.
Right. Shout out to Lainey Womack.
But keep in mind,
I was going to say, shout out to Lainey Womack. She says, I think Little Rock was
as the viewers. Go ahead. I'll say it when you're done.
I'm sorry. She was saying, I think Little Rock was only meant to plant the seed for future series plots. If the show ends and the plot is that LA is done, then we've laid the groundwork for another plot line. I like that. And this is what we were saying. I think that Little Rock was sort of set up so that they can continue the series beyond just LA. Because let's not forget, the crack epidemic started. I mean, the whole thing with crack started up in Northern California. Absolutely. And then Franklin went up there. He got the recipe, brought it back to LA, and it just expanded outward. And it went from LA and just bloomed and blossomed. It's a terrible explanation because of when you think about something like crack, but it did. It just exploded outwards and took over the whole country. And so I think as they show the different places where it really took hold, where it really got a foothold and destroyed communities, I think it's set to have a series in each and every place. Like this is a model that they could have done, and they should have done, like with The Wire. They could have had The Wire, and they started in Baltimore. They could have had The Wire in DC and Chicago and New York and Miami. They could have done that. And it seems almost like they're doing that with this series here. Like they're setting it up where they can have a series that's going to go from LA to Little Rock, and from Little Rock to wherever else they want to go to. And it's perfect.
Well, they see the power model. Yeah, they see what power is done. So it would only be smart to copy that.
Right.
I was about to say, somebody they can't hear you over there.
That was Siri. Siri was trying to talk to me.
We want to get in the conversation.
Siri was trying to get in on the conversation.
Yeah, definitely. I was gonna say before you started that, let me say one thing. We have to remember as the viewers that we are looking in hindsight. So they the first ones to rock and do all of this stuff. So they going through learning curve too. You know what I mean? Whereas now we know how drug dealers do and could do and see. So we know a little more. So we got to keep that in mind too. While Franklin is thinking he should do this and that, he don't know. He don't have no blueprint to follow.
Right.
He's right out of high school. I always tell Larry on the reviews, I'm like this. They didn't have it. They are just now experiencing this, and they are carving the ground rules. Like you always see Franklin as the underdog. He always fucking up. But he does learn from his experiences. And that is the character growth that you like each season. And I'm so glad that how we got on the other end of that at the end of the season, how he kind of recovered from Mel doing that. But like I said, I'm still mad that he's still just kind of soft on these girls. You can't. I don't know. That's a testament to Ghost, child. I don't know.
Hey, he definitely should have killed T, and he should have not even went over there to see Mel. But what if T decides to snitch and go into witness protection or something? Now he's screwed. She know too much.
But I mean, but she's not, because here's the thing: is like if she snitches on Franklin, she snitches on the CIA. And when she goes and tries to talk to the FBI, and the CIA is like, nah, this dude's off limits, which means his dudes are off limits. So no, you can put her in witness protection to protect her, but this dude is not, you're not putting that info out there.
You are right 100%, except for one thing. Teddy is pissed at Franklin, and if he don't cover his ass, he'll let him fall and go to the wolves.
Right.
I don't think Teddy's pissed at Franklin. I think Teddy's pissed at Franklin's dad.
You can't put a gun on him. Yeah.
Nah, I think, but see, this is the thing. Teddy's a professional. And I think Teddy understood, like, this isn't personal. You don't dislike me. You don't really want to kill me because you don't like me. You're pulling a gun on me because I got a gun on your dad. Even if I don't have it in my hand, well, he did have it in his hand at the time, but he's like, you're not trying to kill me because you don't like me. You just don't want to. You don't want your dad killed.
Didn't Frank say out of his own mouth he was scared of them? And trying
but that has nothing to do with him not liking them. It's not like he didn't like him. He
so
respects Teddy.
Let me ask y'all this. So what about when Franklin found out that his daddy dead in Cuba?
Now that's a different story.
Yeah, we don't know what
that's
his
a different
reaction
story.
is going to be with that, because now you already going to have a new guy coming, because now they said Teddy's replacement is coming. So we don't know if he's going to hunt down Teddy.
That's true. That's true. And I think that's why he shouldn't have shot him, because then it's obvious. But if he gave him a lethal injection and heart attack, no way to prove it. What you think, Nita?
But he's in Cuba, though. It's not like he.
Yeah, but still, his mother's gonna come back and find him dead with a gunshot.
Yeah, right.
His mama alive. She gonna tell him.
Gonna come back and tell what's going, like that Alton's dead.
I think she's scared too.
So you
they
think
should be all scared? They should all be scared.
We're not gonna be sitting up there on a national radio show.
They should be.
Well, black women.
They should all be scared.
Irene, she did that, but black women, we ain't doing it.
Right. But
they should all
be scared. I agree with Larry. Yeah, I agree with Larry. They should be scared. Like, you're not dealing with one white dude. Like how Alton talking about, man, you the man. And man, shut your ass up, man. Like, man, what you think I'm about to what? You gonna teach me a history lesson and I'm gonna change my mind? You know what I'm saying?
Let's be real. Teddy's scared. I mean, Teddy is doing some of the stuff that he's doing, trying to clean up the mess that he created and allowed to happen because he's scared. His people came in and said, we're taking you out of what you created. They took away what he created and put some new people in there, and he's scared. He's like, I'm fighting for what I built. I'm fighting for my life. I'm fighting for my career. And he sacrificed a lot. So Teddy's scared too.
Yeah.
So it's not just, I mean, this idea, like when Franklin talked to Alton and Alton said, are you scared of him? And he was like, yeah, that's not like a bitch move. I'm not being a bitch because I'm saying I'm afraid of them. You're talking about the most covert, darkest corner of the U.S. government. Why are you not scared? That's the question.
For
like
real.
You're being reckless.
Not
being scared is being reckless.
Absolutely.
Right.
The question is, who's replacing Teddy, and is he going to be just as ruthless as him?
I think we've already seen he is.
I don't think nobody's replacing Teddy.
Worse.
No one's replacing Teddy.
The guy said.
I think only while Teddy is out of town, but I think he's gonna come back.
He's gonna come back, but they still gonna have somebody.
I think he just.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a temporary dude that we probably won't see that much, maybe. And I think another point, and y'all let me know what you think about this. I think when Teddy talked to Irene and was saying what he said, he was 100% real. But he was going to kill her, but he was telling her, they trying to put me out of what I built. Hell no. But then he say, don't you think you going to do it too? Hell no, too. But I'm going to tell you something because I need to get it off my chest, but I'm going to take it back.
I think,
go ahead. What you say?
He wanted to get that off his chest.
Right.
I think so too. What you think,
Young Knight.
Let me hear from Nita right quick, Larry.
Young Nine Slim said, how did Alton get pics of Reed? And I think that was because if you remember early on that they talked about the connections that Alton had with some of the Panthers that had left and went to Cuba when they were basically forced into exile because they were being hunted by the U.S. government. And so they went to Cuba, and Reed, well, that was his area. That's where he operated. He was working in Cuba. And so people knew who he was. They knew that he was a CIA agent, and they knew he was an officer.
I didn't
and
know
so they had
passport.
photos of him.
Do you remember last night when Sissy got the passports?
Right.
That was the same guy that did all the digging and found out everything about Reed. He got the pictures. He's the one that, remember when
top notch.
I know that. I did not.
You remember when Franklin went to the library and then he told
the bookstore,
father,
the bookstore.
Guy come in and watch Franklin. I mean, watch Teddy, and they followed him. And he says he's working alone when he did all of that. He's the one that found out everything. That's the same guy that bought him the passports. He was a Panther from back in the days.
Right.
He bought Sissy the passports last night.
Right. So I mean that's really where it came from. Yeah. It wasn't. I mean, if it's not like it's public information to everybody, it would be different today, maybe in some respects, because we have social media, and a lot of people need to understand. Back then, you didn't have a quick and easy means of just putting somebody's business out there. People don't do it now so much because putting, making public a CIA officer's, identity is a felony, and that shit will get you locked up for. I forgot what the prison term is, but it's a long time. It's like 20 years in jail. It's federal time, and there's no parole for federal time. You get locked up in federal time, you're going to jail for 20 years. That's it. Yeah. So people just don't do it.
Somebody got in trouble for that recently in the last few years. Maybe in the last. They did.
It was I think it was Scooter Libby or something like that. It was one of Dick Cheney's dudes. I think it was Scooter Libby who worked for Dick Cheney, and he outed. I think her name was Valerie Plame, who was an undercover CIA agent.
Yeah.
And the reason why that is not just that they out the CIA, because once a CIA agent is outed, once a covert agent is outed, they call them knock agents. But once the knock agent is outed, their career is over. But beyond that, the real danger is that all of their assets that they've dealt with, all of them have to now they have to get them out of wherever it is that they were, and they have to relocate them. So if you happen to be in the United States, or you happen to live in Libya or China or Uzbekistan, all those people they now have to immediately, as fast as they can, get those people and remove them from their life, their family, and they have to move them somewhere else, because all those people now are vulnerable. They're all going to be killed. Because once that person comes out and they say, "Oh, this was your homegirl, Valerie Plame, or whatever her name was. This is your friend. You hang out with her. You introduced me to her. You guys did business together." They know that you're an asset for the CIA.
Yeah,
and that's why the penalties are so stiff. It's not just because of the agents, but because of all of the assets that are involved with it.
I got 2 questions I want to get from these comments. First. It says, you think Teddy baby moms will replace him? Nita, what you think on that? You think Teddy baby moms will replace him as the new replacement?
I would say that might be a possibility, but the fact that he gave Gustavo the whole file on her, maybe not. I can't call it. So maybe, because like I said, if people, like I heard in the comments, like I didn't follow the whole story, so I don't know. I'm watching it play out. I do know Rick Ross is still alive. That's for sure. So may or may not feel
Rick Ross. I think Rick Ross is pissed because he had the idea and Singleton switched it a little bit on his ass.
Yeah, he is pissed.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Well, the real freeway Ricky Ross was suing people because they were like, they're telling my life story and I'm not getting paid for it.
Yeah.
And it's not exactly his
that when he went in that meeting, something went down. Like he was, whatever he was requesting, they wasn't having it.
Right.
So they was like, okay, we'll call you.
That's fucked up. Like
it is.
I know a couple of people that's not even supporting the show because they did him like that. Like he did that for him, and they were like, I'm not watching that shit because,
I didn't watch the first season because of that. I'm like, man, he just stole his shit. I ain't watching that. And then. But I know Rick Ross' story. Like, he used to steal cars. And he wasn't no damn honor student like Franklin. Franklin wasn't a car thief. So although John Singleton may have got that idea, let's do a show about the beginning of the drug trade and the CIA. Rick Ross wasn't at that beginning stage either. So they went a little bit before Rick Ross, and they changed it up a little bit because Rick Ross wasn't at that stage. He was at the late 80s, and then in the 90s, it was already pumping by then. He wasn't the initial. Like Franklin is the initial.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah, he's like in like 82, 83.
Right. Hey, Jay, where are you from? Lady Womack wants to know where you're from.
Oh, me?
She said she can't tell from your accent.
Who said what?
Lady Moore wants to know where Jay is from. She said she can't tell from his accent.
Hey, I'm from New York, all right? I'm Tommy Egan, all right? You know where I'm from. And you don't know I am Gustavo, okay? I from wherever I lay my heart, okay? I tell you, hey, no problem. I deal with whoever I needed to deal with, okay? You see, I put it the wrestle, I put it on the mask. You don't know where I'm from. You don't know where porque.
He's a character. He is an actor.
No, I'm from Chicago.
Chi-town.
Which is why from my experiences in illegal things, not that I was Franklin Saint, but in my day everybody wanted to be a baller and do this and that, and I grew up in the early 90s, mid 90s, and so that's why I figured out what would happen when I said in that theory about them betraying, because this show is written realistically. And then I said, well, this is what happened to people I know.
But they always have to change it for dramatic effects, because if if you know the story, then it's not going to surprise you. So, like I said,
that's true, but a lot of people were surprised
because Rick Ross is still alive. So, I think they're going to try to keep us on our toes about that.
Do you think Franklin's going to go to jail?
Right, but I agree with you.
Yes.
Hold on, one thing right quick. I agree with you, Nita, but then Larry got another point. You got to think of this is also called show business. So Damson Idris is a rising star. He's getting them movie roles, and like you said, it don't take as long, but you make more money. So you can make 3 movies and make way more money than being in a recurring role, working 12-hour days every day, doing this and that, where you could do a movie for 2-3 months and make $1 million or $2 million.
Yeah.
He like, hey, how long you been playing me, T?
You right.
Hey, T, I'm out of here, T. I'm about to be I'm about to be a sport, T. I'm up out of here. I'm about to get these checks, all right? I got the recipe for success. Y'all had that other recipe. I got the recipe for success.
And here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. When you're talking about show business like that, and you like you said, you can make a movie in 2-3 months, and where you generally get like these big stars that want to come and do TV like that, it's when they get a little bit older, because they have families. They want to be able to come home every night and be with their kids. Yeah. And so if you're making a TV show, if you're in LA or New York, Chicago, wherever, you can go home, you can go to work. You work from maybe from 7 to 7. You may still do the same 12-hour days, but when you get home at night, you're with your family. When you go and do a movie, they may be like, we're filming in Atlanta, or we're filming in Toronto, or we're filming in Glasgow or someplace, and you're gone for 3 months. And marriages break up. Look at Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston. What was she thinking? I would have been like, I'll put my whole career on hold. There's no way in hell I'm sending my Brad Pitt to work with Angelina Jolie for 3 months. Like, are you crazy? But that's what happens. People leave for these months, and they go out there and they're with their co-stars, and they have romantic, entanglements, as they say. Entanglements.
I mean, you work at 12 hours a day with somebody.
Entanglements. Yeah. And it's too much. I mean, that's why that's why a lot of these people that are a little bit older, they want to be home every night with their family. So they're like, look, I understand I'm a big movie star, but I want to go back to TV because I want to be able to make good money, do good art, and be home every night. And now that you have all these cable TV channels that are doing these excellent shows, they're doing cinema, movie quality TV shows where every single episode is the same quality as if you were making a feature film.
Right.
You know?
They changed the game with this streaming thing. And
HBO changed the game.
Yeah.
HBO changed the game.
We still trying to figure it out how. Oh, I think I see a lot of silver screen people coming to, the TV world, and TV world going into silver screen. Like, they're still trying to figure it out. But like you said, they're trying to work with what works best for them.
Right. I have to give a shout out to what is it? I can't pronounce the name. IVRICLY says Tariq didn't kill Effie, so I understand why Franklin didn't kill Melanie.
What? That ain't even close to the same.
But
Effie
it's funny
ain't
though.
shoot him, and Effie they still close. Yeah, it's definitely funny. Somebody
funny,
else
but
had a comment I wanted to get to. They said Bumpy Johnson is a better. I know you love you some Effie.
I do. I love me some
But hey, somebody said Bumpy Johnson a better gangster than Franklin.
He's
Definitely.
both.
But Bumpy Johnson older in the game.
He's an older man.
So here we go. Here we go. Who's the better gangster? Bumpy Nita, who's the better Nita Muji, who's the better gangster? Bumpy Johnson or Frank Lucas?
Frank Lucas.
Frank Lucas was his driver.
Frank Lucas was his driver, but Frank Lucas was the dude that brought that stepped the game up. He was like, I'm not gonna buy drugs from the French or the Italians. He was like, I'm gonna get a direct connect, and he cut the middleman. He was the first dude that cut the middleman out and went and got the direct connect.
But now you saw in this, we're gonna talk about that. You saw in the first episode that he's trying to cut the middleman out.
Right, he will be that person.
Now the question is, are they going to bring Frank Lucas in on this series? Because we already see the two guys that's there. Those two guys are not Frank Lucas. None of them are. It's two other people. Remember,
Bumpy was much older too.
Right. He was older.
That's what I was saying. You have wisdom
Bumpy
and
was older,
experiences behind your decision. You know what I'm saying?
Frank Lucas had the great idea of cutting the middleman out, but the one step he missed is he had depended on the Vietnam War, and so once that ended, he didn't know how to do it. No, he couldn't get his supply line intact. Now, if it was the Gulf War, like this opium that's been coming through and heroin, that's 20 years that's been going. He could have made a killing if it was going for 20 years.
Right, and that's the thing. Even in the movie,
no, that don't happen too often.
Even in the movie, they showed it.
Go ahead, Mooch. Or mess up.
Say that again, Mooch.
I said if they would have got rid of that cousin that was a mess up, the one that was that snitched,
the little yellow boy.
No, not the one that shot his wife, and then they caught him out there, and that's how they got a hold of everything.
That's the hard part, I think, with family. I think that's the hard part with families. You trust family, and even when you don't fully, you want to give them the benefit of the doubt, and sometimes that just comes and bites you in the ass.
Hello.
That just bites you a little bit. So, yeah.
I know from experience.
Uh-oh. Somebody done stole your curls. Somebody straightened your curls out.
I got triggered for a minute.
The question is, are they gonna bring Frank Lucas in on this series? Because they could bring him in towards the end and then jump off to that.
No, because I think Frank Lucas, he was done. I think he was done by the time Franklin got going.
No. Listen, I'm talking about the Godfather of Harlem since y'all jumped on it. You got to keep in mind, remember Bumpy died, and then that's how Frank Lucas took over. The question
but
is,
Frank
are
Lucas,
they going to bring it that if it gets that far, do you think they're going to do that?
No, because I think Frank Lucas was done. I think he was finished with his drug career. I think he was already. I think the law enforcement had got to him before Franklin got started. I think where they would go, this is where I think they would go and they should go, is if they brought in the whole cartel thing. Because if they start to integrate the whole storyline of the Mexican and Colombian cartels, then you start to bring in like this whole international thing where you can start bringing in other people and other demographics. And it just, as from a business perspective, I'm thinking That's where I would want to go.
That's what I said earlier on Lamont's channel. Are they gonna make Lucia like Griswaldo? Remember I said that earlier?
Right, yeah. What's her name? Griswaldo Blanco, was that her name? Yeah. I think so. They could. It would work out.
I thought they was gonna also keep Manboy longer. I thought they was gonna
we knew Manboy was out.
I thought he just because he was an antagonist.
She was a beast too.
He was gonna keep his character a little longer.
Nah, he was out. We knew he was going. I like the way he went out, though. I have to say, he didn't go out like a little bitch. He went out. Dude went out. I like the way they gave him his proper respect. The dude was a gangster. He was all about his business, and he went out. He went out on that, and I'm okay with that. I like the way they took him out.
Well, as I'm gonna bounce back to Godfather of Harlem. As far as Bumpy, he was going from the 50s to the 60s. They in the 60s now because remember Kennedy got killed and everything. So to me, if they bring Frank Lucas in, I that's what I want to know if they're gonna bring Frank Lucas in.
Oh man, I don't know. Crispy says, Laney, people are predicting, what's his name? Reggie Jean will be the future James Bond. I'll admit he is a good-looking man for James Bond. How do you say his name?
Who's that?
That's the dude from Bridgerton.
That's the dude from
Bridgerton.
Okay. He talked to Ray Jean, I think. Ray Jean. Reggie Jean.
You know Larry don't like
he talking about from Bridgerton.
You know, Larry.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I don't watch Bridgerton.
I don't like that. I don't like that casting because I think
he's young. He's the perfect age for James Bond. That's the problem.
He is young.
Many old men play James Bond.
He is young, and here's the thing: when Daniel Craig took over James Bond, he was a little bit younger than a lot of Bonds, and people were skeptical. And I think that Daniel Craig, mind you, I'm a James Bond fan. James Bond is my man's in them, but
me too.
Daniel Craig is my favorite James Bond, and a lot of people don't like that. They call him James Blonde and all, but the dude was legit. However, I think that guy, the dude from Bridgerton, I think he's too young, and I think he's too pretty. I feel like they have to really ugly him up a little bit. And I don't mean ugly him like make him ugly because James Bond's still supposed to be debonair and suave and able to get the ladies. But he's too pretty. You know?
It's Sean Connery. It's Sean Connery.
Say the same thing about him. Like, I'm not attracted to white people, so I don't know. But on that scale, they may still say that Daniel Craig might be that. You think he's a little hardened more? His look.
No, he said he's about to leave. He said he's stepping down.
When I looked at Daniel Craig when he first did his, part of it was Daniel Craig was younger. He was much more physically appealing, I think, to people than the other Bonds because he was much more cut. He was physically fit, unlike some of the other Bonds who were just sort of like whatever. But the way they wrote the new James Bonds with Daniel Craig was much truer to the books.
Except for Sean Connery was cut for his day.
He was, but for his day.
Wasn't they saying
but the new Bonds were much more true to the books.
That's why you're right. Sean Connery set the original.
But I will say,
go ahead, Mocha, I'm sorry.
I said, wasn't they saying Idris Elba was supposed to be the next James Bond?
They were talking about that, and I think Idris Elba would be fantastic as Bond. But the problem is Idris Elba's career is blown up so much. Is that when you're James Bond, it's hard to get people out of that role. Like people, they want to keep you locked into being just Bond and not anything else. And Idris Elba is like he's doing all kinds. He's doing Concrete Cowboys, and he's doing Marvel movies. And he's doing what's that joint with
Fast and Furious?
Yeah, Fast and Furious. He's doing so much.
Maybe he want to slow down. He's older.
He could.
Y'all did not see all that gray in that.
But Nita, that's just the stuff we're talking about. That's just the U.S. movies. Those are just the U.S. produced movies. We're not even talking about the UK stuff.
I like what Bucky just said.
Like we can't even forget about like he's done Luther. He has a series in the UK called Luther. He does. It's great.
I don't know. I just feel like maybe if he grow his hair on his face, he just still look too much like a kid. Like maybe if I see him transform,
yeah, he does look kind of young.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, you put that brother in a tuxedo and say, "My name's Bond, James Bond." People will be. I'll tell you, Nita's gonna be like, "Oh, excuse me, I need to step to the other room right quick because I need to go get a drink. This dude's too handsome." I mean, let's not be real. I mean, straight up, the dude's a handsome man. He is what he is, and I would love to see him as James Bond.
He is, but I feel like Bond. I don't know. At this point, like, are we rebooting it? Are we like totally doing a? I don't know. I'm like, are we doing?
But here's the great thing.
I just want Idris to have his time because
Nita, here's the beautiful thing. If we get Idris Elba in here,
yes,
we'll have Idris Elba as James Bond, and we already have Naomi Harris as Money Penny. So we will have a black Money Penny and a black Bond. I am all about that 128%.
He got it because we've seen him be the suave.
Yes, I said 128.
We've seen him being the cutthroat person. Like, I love it. Like, it's perfect for him. Like, even if they wanted to go back, they could go back with him because nothing has really aged.
Is it lagging for everybody else or just me?
Just you.
Just gray in his beard. If you take the gray out of his hair and his beard, he is perfect because he can play young and he.
That's a little Grecian formula. That's just a little Grecian formula right there. Just get the little gray, the little color, the little beard color stuff with the little combs.
Yeah, just color day. He's good.
Like that. We got it.
I would love to see him as Bond. I think he would be fantastic. I mean, we know he has the acting chops for it. He's British, so he can stop trying to fake like he has a U.S. accent. You know?
He said the new Bond is black and she's a woman. I thought she was one of the Bond girls, but you know.
I don't think they've said who the new Bond is. I wouldn't be mad if they had a new Bond. The only problem, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that Bond couldn't be a woman.
It just can't be Queen Latifah, right?
No. I mean, come on now. Queen Latifah as the Equalizer?
The Equalizer was old. I keep telling you that. You think that's the ones that was on the 80s, they were retired agents. So
Queen Latifah as the Equalizer, though?
She's no, I'm not saying God as the Bond. I'm talking about he was so mad before when we talked about this.
Yeah, come on, Mooch.
Too old to be.
I'm all about. I love Queen Latifah, and I want her to prosper, but not as the Equalizer. Come on, put her in something else.
Why?
Because I don't think that role was right for her.
Why?
Because she's not an action. She's not an action star. She's not.
I watched a couple of them, and I
haven't watched nothing. I
watched
one episode.
Well, I was here for it because it was
like 40-something,
and I was
50-year-old women can be action. So look at what's her name, Regina King. She did fantastic when she was in The Watchmen. It's not about the age necessarily.
So you feel like she didn't prepare for this right?
Not an action star.
So you feel like she didn't prepare for this role right? That's what
I don't think that she's an action star.
No, I didn't say that. I asked you, do you feel like if she would have got in shape like Regina King and been where she's like that, but still she's a tall one, a big woman, but if she was in shape, you would still have a problem with it?
I think that some people are not action stars.
You're not saying why.
No. I think there are some people that just don't cast well.
Women knocking out men with 1 punch either.
It's like I don't want to see Channing Tatum as playing a gangster. Channing Tatum should be a little dancing hip hop dude, or he should be a romance character. He should be maybe he could play a suave dude.
So
I don't see Channing Tatum as a gangster,
Joe, then, right? So you didn't like you was one of those that didn't like him in G.I. Joe, right?
G.I. Joe was terrible.
G.I. Joe did horrible.
Look, it was terrible.
I'm just making him talk.
And
I like the
G.I. Joe fan.
I like The Rock, but I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want to see The Rock in a romantic, in a romantic comedy with playing in the what's that movie? The what's that one with the crazy with the huh?
That Tooth Fairy movie was horrible.
At the end of Why Did I Get Married Too?
Oh, I want to see Larry boxing people in, expand. Don't get me wrong. I get it. People get boxed in. I totally understand that, but I feel like people need to prove themselves. If you want to go out and you want to be in some little get paid scale, indie movie and prove that you can play that role, do it. Do that. And prove me wrong. Prove everybody else wrong. Prove Nina Gold and all the other acting, all the other casting, directors wrong, and do that. But I don't want to see The Rock in a romantic comedy. I don't.
No. And Chris P. Angela Bassett does a good job on that 911 show.
She does.
Facts.
Yes,
she does. I've been wanting to review that.
Angela Bassett can play anything from the president. She could put a wig on and play Barack Obama, or she could play a Rock. I don't care.
Obama.
Angela Bassett can play whatever she wants to play. She can play whatever she wants.
What are you trying to say, Larry?
I'm saying Angela Bassett can play whatever she wants.
Not on my watch.
No, okay. Well, I took that too far. She can't play Barack Obama.
She got the chops to do whatever she put her mind to.
Right. Let me. You're right. You're right, Nita. Let me roll that back. She can't play Barack Obama, but she can play Michelle. But my point is, she can play pretty much whatever she wants to play. She is that fantastic of an actor.
Absolutely.
There's a couple of out there. Angela Bassett could do that. Regina King could do that. Alfred Woodard could do that. There's a couple of folks that could do that. Even Halle. I did not see Halle Berry as an action figure until I saw her in John Wick, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Phenomenal.
Well, she was in Catwoman, even though they say that was a bad movie. She was in Catwoman.
She didn't.
Oh, did
that
you
movie was dope,
wait a minute. Hold on, everybody. Did you
that John Wick 3 was dope?
Did you just cite Catwoman? Got how many Razzies?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I said even though it was a bad movie, she was in Catwoman. She's supposed to be playing a UFC fighter next.
She don't sell it for me for every
UFC fighter.
Yes, that's what they said. She's already in training for it.
Playing.
I don't know who's supposed to be playing, but she's supposed to be playing a UFC fighter. They showed her training for the role.
I mean, I'm not mad at her. She can play whatever she wants to play. I'll be honest with you. She has earned my respect. She can play whatever she wants to play. Just don't play any more characters.
She got in trouble or something for about to play a transgender person or something.
I'm okay with that. Just don't play any more characters where you're sleeping with Billy Bob Thornton. I don't want to see that again.
She did get in trouble with that, and I think she declined.
Does anybody on here watch Pose?
She's not playing it no more.
Does anybody on here watch Pose?
I've seen one episode of Pose. I saw one episode because I stayed and watched Snowfall, and it came on afterwards, and I was like, man, what in the world?
I have to admit, I watched Pose, and I like it because it is a fantastic. I mean, like, it is a fantastic
I saw the one episode
show.
where dude got AIDS, and it was interesting.
What do you say, Nita?
I like you, but I didn't think you liked Pose.
Pose is a fantastic. I didn't think I was going to like it, but the writing is really good. It gives you really an insight into a world that I'd never thought about trying to look into. It gives you the ability to look into something and see people from a different perspective. They take people that have been marginalized and minimalized, and you look at them and you just think of them as one-dimensional, and all of a sudden you get to see them in a different light. And I'm like, damn, to me, I looked at that and I was like, this is a fantastic show. I really, really enjoyed it.
Black people look at black people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true. And Larry, you make a good point. Pull that photo back up.
Pull that photo back up with Halle with the black eye when she was up there in the ring.
Yeah,
I told you she's supposed to be playing a UFC fighter.
This came out already last year.
It came out last year.
People have seen it though. Only 20 people seen it, so maybe it didn't come out yet. That's probably why she got that black eye. More people should have saw it, bitch.
Damn. She looks good. Though. Even there, they try to make her look bad. She can't even look bad.
She looked bad to me.
She don't look bad. You know, it's funny. I have a friend named Samantha. She's also a stand-up comic, and you can't even make her look bad. Like, I feel bad for her in some respects because, like, if she was if I was a casting agent and she came in trying to play a crackhead, I'd be like, I can't even make you look bad. You're just so pretty, you can't look bad. You know.
Hey, look at these names. Do you all know any of these people? Adam Canto, Shamir Anderson, Stephen McKinley Henderson, Shalita. I don't know any of these names.
I don't know the names. I would have to see the photos and see if I recognize any of the photos.
Well, this is the first person, a co-star. Let's see what he looked like.
What's the name of the movie?
No, I don't know him.
Bruce, I think.
What's his filmography? What's he in?
You know what people are doing? They are casting one big name and they're getting all these up and coming actors so they can pay them
save money
less.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
He was an X-Men at Sunspot. I don't even remember that dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
He was in Narcos, but I don't know how much. To your point though, Larry, about Pose, about how it gave you insight into that world. I have seen only one episode of Pose, but it was interesting to see that. But I have a similar experience because that show Work in Progress that I'm a be on is nothing I would have ever watched. I never heard of the show, and I auditioned and I got the role. So I'm like, well, I don't want to be there and don't know what the hell is going on. So I'm gonna watch it. And I was like, I was blown away. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, man, what in the world is going on, man? This is a lot.
Was it good?
And it is some things that was kind of shocking. It was good. It's a funny show. I didn't think I was gonna laugh. I'll show you all a little bit about it. It's definitely a world I knew nothing about. Like when I was even on set, they first was asking me like, what's my pronoun? I'm like, what you mean? They like, what's your pronoun? I'm like, I don't know. What the hell? What do you mean the pronoun? They like, you go by he, him, them, they. I'm like, shit, I don't know, Mr. He. Shit, I don't give a damn. What? Like, I had no idea this stuff.
Man, I'm gonna make up a new pronoun for people when they say, what's your pronoun? I'm be like, I'm about to make up a new one.
I did have a joke about that, but I forgot to write it down, and I don't remember what the hell it was. But I did have something I had used to say. I said it a couple times, and then I forgot. That's what happened when you smoke too much weed in your youth. It catches up with you.
Next year, we need to do a 420 show.
Yeah, for real. I need to go to Cali. So she's similar to like Ellen in a way, a comedian. She cool as hell. Cool as hell. Cool people.
I want to watch.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be on season 2 in like 3 or 4 episodes.
Okay, I watched this before. Her therapist died when she was talking to her.
Yeah. So the very first episode, she's spilling her guts out to her therapist. The therapist sitting there like this, not saying nothing. And she like, so you know, And then she like, you hear me? This and that. The therapist then died on her. She thinking like her problems was so bad, she done killed the damn therapist with her problems and shit. I mean, it's crazy. It's got a couple other things that's funny. Weird Al got a little appearance in it. Yeah, it's actually pretty funny. It's 30-minute episodes. It's on Showtime. And the producer of The Matrix, the creator of The Matrix, the Wachowskis created this show and produced it. They cool as hell.
They're the Wachowski sisters now, right?
Yeah. And so, you know, they have a very inclusive workplace. They treat everybody with respect, I gotta say. So, you know, I don't
to them.
Yeah, and I don't try to judge nobody and stuff. Yeah, and so you know, it was Lana Wachowski and Lily Wachowski, that was there as the producer, and one thing, when I was going to like one of the interviews, we went to the offices and like it looked like a regular building on like the north side of Chicago. And you go in, they got all kind of Matrix paraphernalia and shit there. And they had all type of, man, it was dope, man. They had the Academy Awards in there.
Man.
Yeah,
they're doing it big.
The thing on a whim?
Huh?
I said you just went to this audition on a whim? Like
no, because
you got an agent.
I got an agent. Yeah, because
agent, yes.
Yeah, so I had auditioned for 2 roles and got them both. The other one is gonna be Power Book 4. In case y'all don't know, I'm gonna be in Power Book 4. But
that's dope.
Yeah, I don't know how long. If you blink, you might miss me.
Man.
But I do got some lines and I do say something. So hey, they may do me like what's old girl that was snitching at
he's
the
playing.
end.
Don't let him fool y'all. He's playing Tasha's. Don't let him fool y'all. He's playing Tasha's boy toy.
I wish.
Tasha's got him locked up in the basement, and she's basically comes home after all her days, and she just uses them for sex.
Hey,
I would not. Might be Tommy Connect.
In there, Jay. You're very entertaining, and
I appreciate it. But no, I ain't got that role. I wish. I definitely would like to have auditioned for that role.
Jay,
but they didn't give me that.
Somebody said Halle directed that joint we were talking about.
Yeah, I'm actually be a bad guy. That's all I can say. I'm a bad guy.
For real?
Yeah, I'm a bad guy. And I had to be looking mean. I had to look mean. They put tats all over me and shit.
Tell me this, Jay. Tell me this. How many times you break character and start laughing?
No, I would only wait till after we say cut. After we say cut, that I was laughing and joking or whatever, and then everybody else. I had a little, I don't want to say too much, but they treated me a little better than some other people, and that going in with my character, so it kind of went along with my character away. So
nice. I like it.
About you. Yeah. You got that thing about you.
Just don't forget about us little folk when you become a big star.
Come on now. Ain't nobody gonna remember me. It ain't no star, but it was a great fun experience,
Laugh, right?
Yeah, that's all. Hey, you got to remember.
Just make sure you hear us.
From. I ain't Leon.
Make sure you hear us, because when you're at the Golden Globes on that carpet and we're screaming at the TV, make sure you hear us screaming at the TV. I know him. I'm
gonna be live streaming on my phone. I'll be like, "Hey, come down, man. I gotta turn the volume down." Man, I said trash. That's donation. I'm done with the trash, man.
I'm gonna be right there on your stream talking about, can we get a super chat? Can somebody hit the brother with a super chat?
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey man, don't let the show fool you. My internet, I still gotta pay the bill. You know, I was struggling. I couldn't stay online.
And since we're talking about it, can we get a super chat going? Can we get 1, 2, 3 super chats going? And I think we have like 40-something people in the live. Can we get thumbs up? Can we at least get like 40-something thumbs up in here for everybody?
Yeah, definitely appreciate it. And also, man, subscribe to everybody's channel, man. Larry, brother Larry, he already at the bottom of my channel on my home screen. So, but in case you all didn't know, make sure you check it out. And we got my sister right here. You got to subscribe, Moochie. You got subscribe to Moochie.
Moochillia Shy. I'm doing reviews on City on the Hill.
I love that show.
That show is so good.
I can't do so much. I'm a one man, half a man, so only so much I can do. But I like that show. It's an excellent show. I got Sally Ann, that's one of my biggest family members. She loved that show. She from Boston. And that's a dope show. If y'all ain't watch it, check out Moochie talking about it. Because if y'all don't know, City on the Hill on Showtime is dope. And it's got Kevin Bacon, and Aldous Hodge.
Yeah,
excellent show.
And Nita be putting it down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Nita the Diva. Nita, tell them a little bit about yourself.
Reality TV, mostly female based, because hello, I'm a woman. So we're all about the women on my channel. However, I do have stuff for y'all men.
Okay, okay. Do you do
before we get out of here,
Housewives of Atlanta?
Yes, I do.
I've been doing that as well because some people asked me to. Yeah, so I got to tell you about Kenya Moore. She get disgraced the Moore name. She dirty. Why she worried about how big Bolo down below done slang sausage to Portia?
Why is she so concerned with that? Let them do their thing. If they want to go out there and get with a stripper, let them have their fun. Who cares?
That's what I was saying. Like I don't stand for Kenya, but at the same time, I'm like, I see where she be coming from. However, we're not on Bolo no more. So we done moved past, and we're working on Drew now.
Oh, Drew done went too far.
Crash.
I have an issue with Kenya Moore, and I'll tell you why. I haven't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I have an issue with Kenya Moore. I'll tell you why, and this is because when I was younger, I was probably in my like late 20s, early 30s, and this is back in the day when I was in California, and I used to work for the Source magazine and a couple record labels, and I was a photographer. I was doing all kinds of stuff. So I was in Beverly Hills at this club, and I was shooting. I don't even remember who I was shooting for. I don't even know if I was shooting for somebody. I might have just been there hanging out, partying with some people, but I always kept my camera with me. And I was at some party with a bunch of celebrities, and Kenya Moore was there, and I think she had might have just had either just have won her crown, or she had just like it wasn't too long thereafter. And Heather Hunter was there as well. I don't know if you know Heather Hunter. She was a former adult star. And Heather Hunter,
she was in How Do You Want It?
Yeah, Heather Hunter was this woman is, if you've never met her, she is so sweet. This woman is just the nicest, sweetest individual. She was like, I mean, if you ever seen a star in a sense who was starstruck, she was so excited to meet Kenya Moore. She was so happy and so proud that this woman had won this crown, and she wanted to meet her and talk to her. And she was like, and I had taken some photos. She was like, can you get a picture with me and Kenya? And I was like, absolutely, no problem. And Kenya wouldn't take a photo with her. She was completely stank. Oh no, I'm not taking a photo with her. She's a porn star. I don't do that. And she was all indignant. I was like, well, yeah, bitch, this is a fan.
What happened to Vanessa Williams?
But Vanessa was actually taking pictures.
Yeah, they took the crown from her because she was. So maybe that's probably why she didn't want to associate.
Yeah, but that's a difference though, because Vanessa Williams was actually doing the stuff. She was in Penthouse and did pose nude. I was like, this is somebody who just wanted a picture with you. She was excited. Yeah, she just wanted a picture with you.
And let me ask you, Larry, was this before social media?
Miss America, and then they published them.
Say it again.
She took those pictures before she became.
No, definitely, but she took the pictures. That wasn't.
They published.
But we're not talking about Kenya Moore with naked pictures.
Moochie. She hit it, Moot. And what I was going to ask you, Larry, was this before social media?
Oh yeah, this was definitely before social media. So
there it is.
Yeah,
but I was like, damn. I was like, the woman is a fan. She's up there, straight fangirl. She was excited. She was like, she wanted to meet her and take a photo with her, and she just acted all stank. And I was like, I was never a fan with her afterwards. I met her like one other time. It was like I was in Philly, and I forgot who I was. There was something. I was photographing some event, and they were like, oh, we want you to get a shot of her. I was like, nah, I'm good. They were like, you don't want a shot? I was like, nah, I'm good.
Is she tall? Because she must be taller than everybody else.
She's not taller than everybody else. She's probably like 5'9" or something like that.
She's taller than everybody else.
She's not taller than everybody else. She's tall, but she's not taller than everybody else.
Her and Cynthia might be on the same level.
Nah, Cynthia is like 5'11".
Cynthia is prettier than her, to be honest with you.
Oh, definitely. Cynthia is probably the prettiest one on that show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cynthia is probably the prettiest one on that show.
Kenya
I was so disturbed by that. I was just like, how could you treat another black woman like that? That's just terrible. I was horrified by that. You know,
she was making one of these faces.
And she wants to always front like she doesn't wear contacts and doesn't have fake boobs. I'm like, all your shit is fake. Why are you fronting like it's not? Your hair is fake. Your eyes are fake. Your titties are fake. I was like, don't let your personality be fake by acting like all this other shit is real. Just be real. Be like, yeah, this shit's fake.
A villain. She's playing her part. She is the villain of the show. A lot of the times, they have to have people playing their parts. And you sign up for something, and either people gonna root for the villain or you're not gonna root for the villain. And it is what it is. It is what it is. And
I suppose you're right. I just didn't like it.
She's taking the role of what's her name with the short hair that's gone.
Phaedra?
No. Nene.
Nene.
Oh, okay.
I love Nene. Nene is straight up. Straight up. Nene is just straight up. I love her.
When she got older and she was feeling herself and she was getting outside jobs and she was just like turning her nose up to the
That's why I loved her, because because that's how people really act.
Yeah, that was one of the movies she was in.
But that's how people act.
I didn't know that was Kenya Moore. Damn, she looks so much different. This is her right here?
Yeah.
Wow. She looks totally different.
Nene lost me with that bullshit that she was on. I'm not.
What bullshit?
There we go. We got a super chat coming through. And Sally says Kenya Moore is shady and messy. She is shady and messy.
Yeah,
she really
Sally,
is.
no, I don't like no damn Kenya Moore. Sally, that's my girl. 6 gun Sally over here.
Chris P says, who's more annoying, Nene Leakes or Kenya Moore? I'm gonna definitely say that Kenya Moore.
I don't know
enough
about Nene.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know enough about Nene.
In the beginning, when it first started, I liked her. But then as it got like I'll say after she married Greg again and everything, that's when she was starting to act funny.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
They
played her shady. This
is the thing that Nene went out there. She was feeling herself. She was getting acting gigs. She was getting all these appearance fees and stuff to show up at different places. She was feeling herself, and she got out there. She got divorced. She was like, "I'm big time. I'm going Hollywood." And then she realized, "Oh, these Hollywood people ain't shit." And she was like. And then she realized, I have a good dude at home. He may not be perfect. He may be, he may make some mistakes and he may not always say the right thing, but he's a good dude. And she went home. She was like, and she was lucky because a lot of dudes are like, nah, deuces, I'm out. You want to go out there and go hang out with them other folks, the other persuasion, and mess around and go give up the cookies. I'm done. But he was cool with her. He was like, yeah, come on back home. You made a mistake. I made a mistake. We're both good. And sometimes you have to be that way.
Didn't he get sick or something too? Have cancer or something?
He did. He ended up getting sick and having cancer. Yeah, as far as I know, I think he's all right.
And him getting cancer really canceled it for me with Nene. She was trifling.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't deal with that the best.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that don't deal with stress like that very well. And I tried my hardest that season not to judge her because there's a lot of people who don't deal with that type of stress very well. They have a hard time with that.
That actually happens a lot more than you realize. Larry is right. Go ahead. My bad. I'm sorry. What you say, Nita?
I was saying my son has autism. So sometimes when I'm not on the panel and y'all don't see me, it's because I had a rough week. It is hard dealing with people with disabilities and things that are going on and stuff like that. But at the same time, I already saw the shift 2 or 3 seasons ago. She was acting up like my name, Nita The Diva. But I'm not gonna act like no diva. I'm going to be that person. Like I interact with everybody If you interact with me, I interact with you. But I don't know, maybe when you get to different platforms, it's a little different. I don't know how that works, but Mimi really was smelling herself, and I was just like, it reminded me of that whole. You remember how when teenagers start to become young adults?
I'm going through that with my son.
That nasty. it was that like, who the fuck are you? Like I've been seeing you all these years, and then you turn out to be an asshole. Really?
Mm-hmm.
You know. So I didn't fuck with Nene when she started. I'm getting Trump checks. Like she was pulling the one-liners. She was pulling the one-liners. She iconic for that. But at the end of the day, like she really changed, and I really couldn't get with it.
I'll tell you, this is the thing that I find interesting about that show. The one person that I think should have their own show. Like the thing that was crazy was like when they first started that show, it was like after one season, the white girl, whatever her name is, Kim Zolciak, I think it is, she got her own show, which I thought was ludicrous because I didn't find her the most interesting at all. But the one person that I think should have had their own show doesn't have it, and that's Candy. Candy has so much going on. She has her podcast about sex, which is a show on in itself. You have all of her stuff where she's doing these plays and stage performances. She has her restaurant businesses. She has a relationship with her husband, which causes issues between her mother and her aunts. She has her daughter that's going out to New York to go to school, and all of her missing them. And then she has her little kids. She has so much going on in her life.
Right.
Yeah,
she should have her own show. I don't know how she does it.
And she the coolest one out of all of them.
She is.
She was a street star.
I would like to be with Candy over any of the rest of them.
In the beginning, when she first came on there, she used to instigate a lot of stuff.
Yeah, she carried a bone. She's a bone carrier.
Okay, I only know about the last.
When she first started, I looked at it as she was like, look, I looked at it as she was like telling these other chicks, look, the rest of y'all are on this show because you need money. I'm on here because I'm friends with y'all and I'm just hanging out. And I really looked at it like with the rest of these, like, because when the rest of them were up there acting a fool, she would act a fool sometimes, but she was basically like, don't come for me because I will go full board on you. And you saw some of those other people that would act a fool, like when what's her name was on. I used to like Phaedra on there. I didn't like Phaedra, but I like Phaedra on the show. Like as a producer, I don't know what Phaedra's doing right now. Phaedra would not be on my show. Phaedra would be on that show if I was the producer of that show. Phaedra is crazy as cat shit. I would bring her back on there. I would bring what's his name, her husband that went to jail. He would be back on there. I would somehow find a way to orchestrate the two of them getting back together. All that shit would be back on there.
I mean, I guess. I guess.
How do we get to the Real Housewives from Snowfall again?
Not for
me. I know, because she reviewed it and we started talking on the side note. But I will say one thing, Nita, I got a lot of respect for what you go through, and I understand, you know what I mean? And I don't talk about it as much either, but, you know, I had a lot of stuff like what Larry was saying about how Nene people, when they go through a lot of stuff, they may leave or react differently. Like 10 years ago, I was doing things. I wasn't no bad pro. I was working, trying to do a little real estate. I was trying to take care of myself, and I was in a car accident, and that just wrecked my whole life. You know what I mean? And so I don't really talk about it a lot. A lot of people that follow me, they know and different things, but you know, my back was broken. And so I ain't been able to walk in 10 years, you know, so yeah,
entertaining us and giving us comedy. I'm telling you, I haven't laughed in a long time because I'm in these walls 24/7 because of the pandemic. And you made me laugh. You really made me laugh. So
I appreciate it. It's better to laugh than to cry. This was me.
But that's part of the thing. Not everybody deals with tragedy the same. Some people can really deal with it well. Some people, when tragedy strikes, they step up and they become your rock. They become the person you can lean on. other people can't handle it and they run away and they don't want anything to do with it.
Absolutely.
And I mean, it's sad.
Yeah, man, it's true. And you really see who really is there for you in life when hard times come. You got to embrace the hard times, because who won't want to hang with you when you're looking good, feeling good, and rolling good? That's easy.
And driving a white Mercedes.
You know what I mean? Everybody wanted to hit me up and hang, and I'd be driving down the street. People would, notice me or something. But then when things change, like people look the other way with the quickness. You see here, I was a little darker, a little bit better in shape. I done got fatter, got whiter. It's like I'm a Republican now and shit. You know what I mean? I didn't know that was going to happen. I didn't know that's how you get the Republican Party. I didn't know I was going to be involved with politics. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Wow. But
I
want to tell you on the other end of the spectrum is that you don't know what other people are going through. Just like you're going through things, don't assume that the person that you thought would be with you and for you, don't assume that they're not going through their own shit. Because that's the mindset I had to get out of so I can reconnect with my friends. I had to disconnect because what was going on, but I reconnected with, and I just try to explain it, and it's no easy way to do it. If you value the friendship enough, or if you value it, then you can do it.
Right.
You say it, but just don't feel like it's obligated, and take the expectation down. That's what I learned, is take the expectation down, because the pandemic is affecting everybody differently.
This is true.
Right. I had pandemic training. I've been in pandemic training for 10 years, pandemic boot camp. 10 years ago, everybody left my ass in the house already. So shit, I didn't even notice the shit happened. I didn't even know it was a pandemic. I thought it was Tuesday.
Yeah, man, I feel
I already had to get shit delivered, and I ain't already had no parties to go to. I already been uninvited off the guest list and everything. Man. So it wasn't no damn difference to me. I didn't notice. So
see, I was a little different, Jay. I'm a little different. I was pandemic ready because I just don't like motherfuckers. I just stay at home because I really don't like a lot of motherfuckers. So I just stay here. You know?
Right. I'm a social butterfly, but I don't trust everybody, but I talk to damn near everybody. You would, like I say, I'd be talking to somebody, people be like, man, where you know them from? I don't know, shit. I just met their ass. Where you
know, around the way.
I'm like, you don't, shit. But but that don't mean we about to become best buds and switch phone numbers, but we could talk and chill while we in the same space. And then when it's time to go, we could go our separate way type stuff. But I had already gotten through to the point where, because of everything that I had went through in Chicago, living and growing up in Chicago, that I really didn't hang with no dudes, especially. So even some women that I didn't like try to be with, they would be my friends. Like, I would rather talk and chill and talk to women than dudes. At least I know they ain't plotting to try to rob me or set me up or some drama or trying to take my woman or something like that. You know what I mean? So
that was back then. You never know now.
Achilles.
That's true.
And don't forget that I told Larry in our last review, I was just like, Franklin hired them girls because he knew what happened to him. He hired them girls to do the same thing. And let's put it back on Snowfall. We was here for Snowfall.
Right. Everybody left the room.
Well,
they said, all right, good night, motherfucking shit. I hate her too. I even hate hearing y'all talk about it. Deuces.
Let's talk about Snowfall. Like I said, I want to hear y'all ratings and I want to hear y'all predictions. So Jay Moore, you tell me how you want to do it. I'm not controlling your channel. Go ahead.
You good.
Tell me how you want it.
No, go ahead. We'll bring it back to it. Tell me. You said, let me hear what you were saying about why Franklin, your theory on why he brought it back with the ladies.
Oh, yeah. No, I was telling Larry that he understands what happened to him. Like, he learned from his experiences. And it's important to learn from your experiences. That's the point of you living it, right? You have to learn coming. And I feel like that, you know, Larry was saying in our review in our other episodes, he was saying that he need to kill them. And I was just like, no, they can just be controlled by money. And he needs people on his team. He needs to start thinking like Man Boy. He needs to start thinking like Sully. He has to start thinking about his competition. He has to start thinking about the people who are vying for your shot. And that's the same thing that I was saying, that heavy is the head that wears the crown.
That's true.
Right.
You're not built for it. And Franklin proved, even through all the adversary, everything that he went through, he proved that he got the head to wear the crown for everybody. His mother, like Louis and Jerome, he got to leave that be. For Leon, for everybody. He said he was going to stand in front of the bullet, and he did. You know what I'm saying? And that's not an easy thing. Like, he had a gun to his father's head. Like, he had a gun shooting to his... Like, no.
I agree. I agree with everything you said except for one aspect.
Which one?
I think he should go a different route, and just instead of keeping it like a family-run organization, he should forget that and just become like a franchise operator. You know what I mean? And stop trying to bring everybody in and control them. Fuck it. Do your thing. I don't want to hear no problems. Fuck you, pay me. You want the dope? Here's the dope. I don't want to help you with shit. You want to blame me when it go wrong? Like I said yesterday, Moochie was there. I say he like the quarterback in football. The quarterback gets the blame for the wins and the losses, but the quarterback don't play D. The quarterback ain't calling all the play. You know what I mean? So forget it. You know what I mean? Y'all want to do your thing, then do your thing. I would cut Louis and them off completely, at least for a temporary time, and let them figure it out on their own. And then if they go, well, forget it.
I wouldn't cut them off. I would let them buy for me. But as far as I don't want to hear what's going on, I don't want to hear anything.
Yeah, don't get me entangled in
I don't want to know what's going on with your problems. I don't want to know anything.
You got a point. That's a good way to go with it. You're right.
Don't turn your back on me and then expect for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, out of the love of the family. Don't be sitting there.
I think Leon predicted they're gonna go on their own, but they're gonna come back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, you're right on that one. You got a good point. You're right. Forget it. Y'all gonna do your thing, then pay me. I don't want to hear about none of your drama. You know. And what I would do differently with Leon if I was him is tell Leon, like, we was trying to. It was a lot of people on Lamont, so everybody, I couldn't say it. Plus, my internet bill wasn't paid yet. But anyway, I would deal with Leon differently. So I think somebody said something about they need to pay him more or give him more. I would tell him, all right, look, man, here's the deal. You help me find a replacement for your ass and get everything straight, and then you can leave. You know what I mean? But don't go find
that
Rudy
seems reasonable.
Off the block. Yeah, like, you gonna help me get your replacement and they replacement set up, then you could do what you want. Now,
the problem with that is that he's not gonna kill his aunt, he's not gonna kill his uncle. So I mean, it would have been an empty threat. You know?
Right. And I don't think he came at Leon wrong. Sometimes you need to remind people what you did for them. People got a short-term memory. I call it convenient amnesia. It's convenient. You forget shit when you owe. But let me owe you. You're going to be remembering that I owe you shit. You know what I mean?
I feel you wholly. But when you're talking about the drug game and selling drugs and killing people, part of it, I feel where Leon was like, look, man, I just killed a little baby. I'm done. I don't want to be in this. I don't want to be in this anymore.
But let me ask you,
I finally got to a place where I can walk away from this. Scully's done. But then
Leon actually the one that pulled the trigger to do it. I know he taking responsibility.
No, he did, because remember they shot back and forth, and then he got out the car and then lit up the whole car, and that's when he realized he killed that kid. So I mean, but Khadijah's gone, Scully's gone, everybody's, you know, Man Boy's gone, everybody that wanted him dead is gone. So he can at this point walk away and be done with it. And all he has to deal with is himself. And I feel him wanting to be out. I feel that. And
yeah. It's a hard game to be in. I was telling somebody once before, it's actually probably the hardest job you can have in the world, pretty much. I mean, you got to do everything yourself, manage your money. You got to pay people on time. It ain't like you get a bill in the mail. They'll fucking kill you. You know what I mean? You got to worry about police. You got to worry about junkies or people want to rob you, like little Pookie Mama that was about to blow out, put a part in what you call it, fro, that he worked so hard for. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much shit. It's a 7-day-a-week job. It's damn near 24 hours. I mean,
and you never get to relax. You can't just relax and be like, I'm just gonna go hang out at the local burger joint and have a drink. Somebody may always pull up and kill you. So
yes, you can't never trust anybody.
Yeah,
it's just way more to deal with than people realize. You know,
always be looking over his shoulder.
Yeah, at least for the next 10 years. If he stopped today, he would be looking over his shoulder and probably the rest of his life, but a minimum of the next 10 years.
Yeah.
You know, you never know who may come up and feel you wronged them, or you got whoever hooked on drugs, they want revenge, or it's just so much shit that you have to deal with, especially when you at the top like him.
Yeah.
And
all right, y'all. It is it's like 12:40 over where I'm at. I don't know where you guys. I gotta get going. I gotta get up at like 3 o'clock or I think 3:30 in the morning. I need to get up out of here because we're about to go watch some rockets blast off and some meteor shower or something out in the middle of nowhere. So
where are you at?
I'm in Virginia, just outside of DC. So yeah, so I'm gonna drive about an hour or so out.
Let me ask you this before you go. DC gonna be the 51st state. What you think about that?
I don't know. I hope so, man. I hope so. The Republicans are trying to say that they can't do it. The Republicans are trying to pull some shenanigans, saying that it needs to be a constitutional amendment. But the Democrats are coming back and saying, "Hey, look, the last 37 states that have come into the union have not been by an amendment. They have simply been brought into the union because of Congress." So I think there's a higher likelihood that it will happen than it won't. The biggest thing that's holding it back is that DC is very, very liberal. There's a lot of Democrats in DC, and the Republicans are afraid that if they bring in DC as a state, that's going to be two more Democratic senators that are going to go into the Senate, and they don't want to see that happen.
The thing about that, Larry, is that I feel like we've been gentrified for real. Like,
you in DC as well, Nita?
Yeah. I'm in Maryland.
Are you in Maryland?
I work in DC. I live in Maryland.
Okay.
Where in Maryland are you?
PG County, Branch Avenue.
Are you vaccinated?
Are you vaccinated? He about to come visit.
I signed up though.
Hurry up and get vaccinated so we can do a live stream together.
Okay.
You know?
With it. But what I'm saying,
don't make me bring my vape pen over there.
I don't know about the vaccination stuff myself. They still got new stuff coming out that they being like, well, actually, what happened was.
I feel like these test subjects.
Yes,
I'm still alive. I'm still alive, and I've been vaccinated. I'm still alive.
Knock on wood.
Have any effects? What was your effects?
The only side effect that I had was when I got the first shot, I had a very slight headache. They said that some people get very severe headaches. I had a very slight headache, not even enough to take like Tylenol or Advil or aspirin or anything. And the second dose that I got, because I got the Pfizer one, whereas 2 doses. So the second dose I had a little bit of an allergic reaction to it. Now, not everybody has an allergic reaction, but I had a little bit of allergic reaction where I broke out into hives on my arms and stuff. And I took Benadryl and it went away in like a day.
Wow.
So, but I will say this, for the ability to be able to walk into a store and shop in peace, or when you go somewhere and you see these dumb people who refuse to wear a mask and you have to be in their presence because of just physical proximity, to not have to worry in those moments is worth a day of having hives.
Right. I feel
you know.
That's scary.
I keep on thinking.
But you still gotta wear your mask. I still would wear it anyway.
No, I still wear a mask. I still wear a mask. I still wear a regular mask. And when I'm around other people, I still wear N95. So I still do that. But in the event where I'm around other people and they're not wearing masks, I like to just having a regular mask or N95 mask when other people are not wearing one, knowing that I'm fully vaccinated, gives me that extra bit of comfort.
Right.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I feel you on that.
Sorry.
You heard about the bootleg. That's what.
I didn't have to go in on you today.
All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I gotta get going. But it's been so much fun. Thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it.
Hey, I appreciate you coming through on my bootleg Wi-Fi channel.
Man, we've been on for like almost 2 hours. I feel like I should stay another 9 minutes, at least 8 minutes and 35. I'm staying for another 8 minutes and 35 seconds.
Yeah, because I'm gonna wrap it up in 2 hours.
I'm gonna make it a full 2. I'm gonna make it a full 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk this whole next 8 minutes. I'm gonna talk about Moochie. Just that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk about her glasses and how she's up there glowing up with her hair going. You know, she looks like she has that shea butter glow going on. You know,
shea butter.
I'm ready.
Hey. I'm looking for this other article.
Nita's got the curls.
Yeah, I see her. She was getting a little Michael Jackson one dangly down, getting it straight earlier. I saw you over there.
Nita, what are you drinking? Good.
I'm just drinking wine.
See, because don't make me come through with some wine, because you know I do my wine and winners. I do my wine and winners where I have my wine and I give free stuff away. Don't make me come through. Here's what I might do, Nita. As soon as you get vaccinated, I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna bring out my baskets of free stuff, and I'm gonna bring all my gadgets from my tech channel, and I'm gonna bring some wine, and we're gonna drink and give free stuff away and talk craziness to people on your channel.
You talk English. I'm here.
Hey, speaking of that, I want to do something special for everybody that's still watching. A lot of my people that watch all the time know I do raffles, so I want y'all to pick a number between 1 and 99 and put it in the comments, whatever your number is. And I'm gonna do if you want to, go ahead. Y'all, everybody can participate. And whoever gets the closest to the number is gonna win. I do it live on here. It's an app I got where I just shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake them.
There we go. Put my number in there. Let's see what it gets.
All right, everybody put your number in and you're gonna get a free $10 to the Cash App.
I put my age in there.
Under.
Time 2. Nah.
Jay,
let me get the app.
Over or under?
Whoever the closest. Right? So if the number is say 10 and you put 9 and the other person say 7, well, whoever put the 9 will win because that's 1 and the 7 is 2. Okay. And this is a demonstration for those new. Let me angle the phone differently. So you see that?
There you go.
When I shake it, this is just.
Jay got money. He got that fancy iPhone. He got that one, but he got like the iPhone 12 or 11 or something with the fancy notch.
I got that. That's why my damn shit ain't working. It's taking up all the bandwidth. It didn't work. It doesn't share. It's greedy.
Oh, there we go. 46.
No, this is a test. I said that.
That's just a test. He said it was a test.
Yeah, I was just showing people new how it works. You can see.
All right, let's see what you got.
So, let's see, what is it? I'm gonna give till it's at 1:54, so it's about to be hour 55 on here. Or better yet, I look at the clock. So it's 12:47. So at 12:49, I'm gonna start. So you got roughly a minute and some change for everybody to put in the number. So far, yeah, and only one number, y'all. Don't put in a bunch.
You know,
3 numbers already.
Right.
There's somebody out there right now with like 100 YouTube channels, and they're gonna put in 1, 2, 3, 4, and all the way up.
Right. I will say Sally Ann is a lucky ass person, boy. She done won like 3 of my damn raffles so far. Close to
like
it.
that. Sally Ann, huh?
Sally Ann ain't no joke.
Big ups to Sally Ann Shanhouse.
Yeah.
Shanna,
yeah.
Did
She
y'all
used to run numbers for Bumpy Johnson.
I like it.
Lady Luck.
While we're waiting, did y'all rate the season from 1 to 10? And did y'all do final predictions? I went to the bathroom, so I didn't know.
No, we didn't rate it 1 to 10. We definitely
that's what Nita, that's what you call an overshare.
One of the things I do is a MOSCO. That's my own rating system. It's 4 categories. 25 is the top score for each. That equal 100. So visuals and cinematography, I say like it. Did they use cheap cameras like in Bad Hair, or do they use top-notch cameras? And then are they in good locations, or are they in a one-room set the whole time?
I'm gonna give visuals and cinematography. I'm gonna give that probably an 8. I wanted to say a 10, but I can't give it
up to 25.
Oh, up to 25. Then I'm gonna give that. I'm gonna give it a 20.
Okay.
I wouldn't go all the way up, but see, here's the problem. I can't go all the way up because when I'm thinking of movies like 1917, that would be like the highest you can get, and I can't give it that. But this was really, really good. I love the way they shot natural light, and I love the fact they shot natural light with black people. That's a whole other challenge. So
yes, it is.
I want to give it something nice and high, like a good 20. So
and they went to like Panama and other places too, the jungle.
Right.
For a TV show. That's what they pulled it off good. Nita, what you think on the visuals and cinematography?
I give it a 20.
20?
What, like when we were in Lamont, I kept saying the director, his shots and all that stuff. Are we talking the season as a whole, or are we talking this last episode?
As a whole for the season, because we'd have to do 10 ratings right now. So.
I might have to take it down to like what Larry said. It was a 20 because I didn't think that everybody was functioning on the same level as this director was focusing on.
Okay. All right, and Moochie, what you think?
With this, with the cinematography, especially during the pandemic, I give them a 20. Because with all of this going on, you didn't realize what was really going on in the world.
Right.
That's true. I give them a 20 as well. Yeah. Because they took us to the club scene, with Louis Club. We seen hospitals, we seen the streets.
A lot of people.
Yeah, we see the airport taking off at the end. Teddy is in the jungle, Panama. They did a lot for a little kind of.
I think that was Nicaragua.
Well, no, when he went about his money, it was in Panama.
Oh, right. Yeah. When he went about his money, yes. He went to the bank.
Yeah. All right. Let me get to this raffle right quick, and then we'll wrap up these ratings. All right. Before I shake it up, I'm gonna go over the numbers one more time. So
shake.
There you go.
Shake.
And also, it's too late. I'm gonna have to drop the hammer.
Oh,
no more bids.
Oh,
all right. We got a 37, a 53. You didn't put in what? 2,000. You ain't about to win. As I said, between 99. 68.
There we
got
go.
2 people with a 68.
Yeah,
Mooch.
I hope y'all don't win because that may be confusion. Maybe y'all get 5 apiece.
Sally Ann with good luck.
Larry
Sally
with the
Ann 7-Eleven with me to buy a lottery ticket.
Hey, for real. Nita with the 75. You might have to be
There we
fighting
go.
with Chris P 69.
Uh-oh.
Larry Jones 14. Larry Jones, you put it in twice, didn't you? Larry Jones, is that Larry Jones 42 or 14? You stuck with the 42, man. You can't switch.
There you go. You get the Jackie Robinson number.
Come on.
Right. All right, and you got the 1. Love Hustlers.
Support Gaming came through with a reasonable number.
Yeah, 42. All right. Say shake it like a Polaroid picture. All right, let me make sure.
Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Oh, it didn't do nothing. It didn't do anything.
Taking all the internet.
There you go.
And they dropped it.
I'm shaking it.
Oh, damn, Nita. There you go.
Dropped the damn phone. All right,
well, damn.
I missed it. Let's do a replay. Shake it. No.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
All right, let me do it again because I dropped it.
Oh no, you still shaking it? I see 60.
You still sit.
It did, but I dropped it.
I see 69.
We all love that number, but
already shook it. Get the fuck.
40.
No.
40 again?
Already shook.
all right, I'm gonna do it one more time. Okay. This is
One more again. As I say, one more
this is
again.
the final one. I'll make sure I don't drop it. Hold on.
You gotta shake it harder. It's not moving. It's still stuck at 40.
It was at 69, folks.
Wait,
There we go. There we go.
Somebody has 67 too.
Do they?
Let's go
Yeah,
down the
somebody has
number again.
67.
We got 37. We got 53. 20,
I see a 68.
Uh-oh.
68.
Uh-oh. Damn.
68. I don't see a 67.
I see a 68 and a 69. Well, do we have a 67?
Oh, no, okay.
The 68 is gonna win. Y'all gonna have
But
to
we have a
split that.
69
You're gonna have to
too.
get 5 apiece.
Moochie got it.
Huh? Well, 67 is 1 away from a 68, right?
Yes.
You didn't say over.
So
Or
69 is 2
me.
away.
It was somebody else, me and Desmond.
Okay.
Yeah, Mocha and Desmond got 68. Y'all won.
All right. Big ups.
Damn.
I like it.
Did y'all subscribe to my channel?
Yeah, make sure y'all subscribe.
I did.
I was watching your review before, but I had to edit.
No,
I'm trying to edit. I finally got the screenshots, Larry.
You got them
As a
good.
matter
Good.
of fact,
So,
you all send
J-Mo,
me your
here's the
link
thing.
to
Here's
your
the
channel.
thing.
Over now for
Send
my
me your
video.
link to your channel in the private chat so I can post it for everybody.
There you go.
Hours to fucking
Yeah.
edit a video for y'all. Like that shit is ridiculous.
Moochie, send me your Cash App in the private chat. And who else had it? The other person, Desmond. Desmond, put your Cash App in there. And I got 5 on it.
You
And
know?
I ain't gonna smoke your weed. I got 5 on it. Nothing
Oh
but
my
that
goodness gracious.
weed with no seeds.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Hey man, I appreciate everybody.
Everybody rated
Yeah.
1. I gave it a 10. Did anybody else give it a 10?
I didn't give it the whole season.
Yeah, the whole season.
I gave the season probably an 8.5. I think it was an excellent season. I didn't give it a full 10 because when I think about a 10, I think about shows like The Wire, and it's hard for me because like this show was really fantastic, but it wasn't Wire fantastic.
That's why I do it in this rating right here. It'll keep you honest. So far we all got 20s. Let's keep it short so we can wrap it up. Storyline and plot. What do you give it, Larry? Out of 25.
Out of 25 on storyline and plot for this season, I'm going to give it probably a 17. It was good, but there were some elements of it that were very, very predictable.
All right, I feel you. What about you, Nita? What do you give the storyline and plot?
I think I'm gonna give it a 20 because the only thing that I'm really worried about and wondering about is Alton dying. We don't know if he really died or not.
We don't know if Scully's dead either.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think he's dead.
Yeah, I took some points off for that, and I also took some points off for Leon having a dream, and we didn't see the payoff of that dream. Like he felt like he was gonna what is that?
Well, think about it for a second. Come back, because
Nita, whatever Leon did that was an attraction is made up by his afro. That's what it is. That's right. Whatever he did wrong, his afro balanced it out.
He had that dream, and we never saw nothing else about it.
I had a dream to have a pick go straight through from the front to the back without stopping. Okay, it's a powerful dream.
Oh man!
And Moochie, what do you give it? Y'all keep track of your scores so far too. I'm trying to myself, but you know.
And this, which one for the season, for the overall season?
Overall season.
Storyline and plot. What you give the storyline and plot so far? Just a quick number.
Even though I didn't like the reporter
for the whole season,
she was a character I loved to hate.
Oh, I just loved her. I loved her. I loved Irene Abe. She was fantastic.
She was a character I love to hate. So I give the storyline and the plot like I give it an 18. I won't say a 20 because I feel like they could have went in depth with more with the characters.
Okay, I like the storyline and the plot for this season. I'm gonna give it a 20. It's based off a lot of real stuff, and I like how they kind of handled it and kept it real. So I give it a 20. Special effects and makeup. It's not a special effect driven show, but they did use makeup from like Leon's fro, Franklin's black eye, couple other things. How they made Wanda, who is fine as hell, look really pookied out. Her lips, everything. Yeah. She made a fine ass woman look bad. So I'm gonna give the makeup for this show about a 20. They did a good job. What do you think, Larry?
I'm gonna say, because I'm gonna lump in with special effects and makeup, I'm gonna lump in wardrobe and costume. So I'm gonna say it's a 25 because I'm not gonna forget that Scully was rocking K-Swiss with red laces. I mean, dude was rocking K-Swiss with red laces. I mean, come on, you don't get any realer than the time than that. And when you look at Franklin had that. He had that sort of punk rockish, jacket with the zippers on the arm.
Members only.
All the dude, all he had to do was wear some. All he had to do was wear some Chuck. Some. What them British shoes are? Those British boots.
British Walkers.
No, not the BKs. What are those other ones? The boots that the punk rockers used to wear.
Doc Martens.
The Doc Martens. All he needed was some Doc Martens with those boots, and he would have been right there as a punk rocker. So he was very much in the times. So, but I just love the way they did. The costume was very fitting. We got to see people with their dickies, with the crease, with the creases in them and all of that. So I'm gonna say 25 out of 25 for the special effects and Actually, let me take that back. I'm going to say a 24 because I did have to point out that when Scully was in the hospital and he was bleeding, there should have been a little trail of blood and not just that pool. There should have been a little. So I'm going to give it a 24 out of 25.
But they showed it outside of the hospital. So they just didn't show him walk in there.
Keep in mind, this is your ratings for the show as an entirety, not just one episode.
Okay, then I'm going to go ahead. Then I think it balances out that it's probably enough to be a 25 out of 25. So I'm going to give it a 25.
They showed having a trickle of blood. Like when he was in the hospital, he was already in the hospital. It was a trickle of blood. It wasn't like I'm bleeding all the way out. It wasn't that. Just him.
He had a slow leak.
Yeah,
he was leaking. He was leaking.
He leaking, soaking wet, dripping like a salt shaker, dripping like a salt shaker. So Nita, what do you give the season as an entirety for the special effects, makeup, and wardrobe?
I say a 10 out of 10. This shit was
out of 25. So you give it a 25 out of 25.
25 out of 25.
Okay. Moochie, what
big numbers there. Big numbers.
And that was for the whole entire season, you mean? Or
for special effects, makeup, and wardrobe.
The wardrobe was good. It seemed like you was really in the times with it. With the wardrobe and the music.
The music was dope, no doubt. The music was dope. Good call on that, Moochie, no doubt.
Yeah.
So,
music was dope.
I listened to a song from every episode where I was like, oh, I remember this song. So I enjoyed all of that, and I give it a 25. 25,
okay. And finally, entertainment and fun factor. I was very entertained by this show. It was very intriguing. I liked watching it. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna give this a 25, which brings my total to an 85, which would be equal to an 8.5 rating. So that's a good rating. It's hard to get high ratings, an 8.5 or a 9 or whatever. So I give it an 85 overall. It's a very entertaining season. And I give it a 25. How about you, Larry? What do you give it? Entertainment and fun factor.
Yeah, entertainment and fun factor. I'm gonna give it pretty high. It's not gonna be quite a 25. I'm gonna give it like a 22.
Okay.
And that's because there was some parts of it that I just thought were really, really predictable, and I knew what was gonna happen. However, even in the predictability, I still thought it was fun watching what happened, and I wasn't disappointed by it at all, even though I thought it was predictable. So I'm going to give it a 22, and that's going to bring me up to an 84. So I'm going to give it an 84 for the whole season. Okay. I thought it was still good, so I'm giving it a solid B.
Yeah, and that's very hard to achieve.
Good.
You know,
good. That was fucking fire. What you talking about? I don't know.
Okay, so what do you give it, Nita?
I give it a 10.
25? 20?
25. I give it to
girl. We keep saying up to 25.
Wait. I'm gonna say a 23 because I feel like we can go to a 25. Like I keep thinking about my scale, so I'm thinking about your scale.
Right. See, I try to give more room because 10 don't give enough wiggle room sometimes. So I give it up to a perfect of 100.
It was good. Like I love the character growth. I love the character development. Like we got to see how Louis is thinking. We got to see and feel how Jerome is thinking. We got to see all of that. Like Leon, he went through his shit. Like Young, I really want to give it a 25 because I feel like everybody went from one point to another point. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I get you.
Go further, but
there was character development.
Definitely.
They completed a total
right.
card. That's what I'm saying.
Right, I agree. So what was your total score? You gave it what, a 20, a 20, a 17?
25, 24.
No, I'm saying total. I think the first one you gave a 20, the second one a 20, the third one
you
17. Girl, you slipping, chica. You got to pay attention, okay? No, I think you gave it about an 85 as well.
Highest score.
Hey, Sally, I just wanted to say, Sally, she's asking for my channel. I tried to put it in there in the comments. I don't know why it's not showing up, but you can. My channel is Today I Feel Like. So if you just type in Today I Feel Like, it'll come up.
And also, I'll show you guys, and I'll put it up here as well. Because I have your channel on my channel. So, but a lot of people don't check all this stuff out, so it's not
right.
You know,
right.
So
but what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, it's the very first one.
Okay.
I will stand behind my very first act. I'm drunk.
That's when the truth come out.
It's okay.
You know?
Right.
It's the choice that I chose today. It will be the same choice tomorrow. I always like I'm not, we on the same shit tomorrow. So whatever it was, that's what it is. All right, go to
Here's Larry channel for those who may miss it. Lamont, Mark, Larry, Truth Unedited. And I'll click on it right here. So I'll put his link in there.
There we go. I'm trying to catch up. I'm at 39,000. I'm trying to catch up.
All right.
My channel ain't moved in a whole year. I was at 25,000 at the beginning of 2020. And I'm just now getting to 26. That's what made me start to go into acting. I'm like, well, I guess I done got shadow banned or something. Mark was at 35,000. I was at 25. Now he done blew up. I'm still stuck. I got put in jail or something. So I'm
it's tricky sometimes, man. It's like the algorithm is something else. I don't know what's with it.
Don't put it on you.
Man, I can barely get 1,000 views for a video now where they just like got rid of me or something. It's a CON conspiracy, man.
Oh man.
All right, I just put Larry link in there. You all check it out. Nita and Moochie, give me your link in the private chat on here so I can post it. Because it's gonna block it on StreamYard if you put it in. You see in the chat at the top on the StreamYard it say private chat. Just click on private chat and send it, and then I'll do it. Moochie, I got your Cash App. Did you get the money, Moochie, and the other person? I forgot who it was.
I was gonna tell you. Chris P said he said 69.
What's up? Yeah, well, he still would have lost. Because 68 is closer to a 67, ain't it? 69.
Oh, damn, Chris P.
He might have had more fun with it.
Chris P, if you're still out there, man, hit me up. I'll see if I can take care of you, man. I'll see if I can get you. I'll see if I can take care of you on one of my giveaway shows, man. Hit me up on my next giveaway show. I'll see if I can take care of you.
For some reason, it's not letting me do
it.
Yeah. Nita the Diva. Oh,
I don't know why.
Up there, I'm like,
I do invest in marketing and stuff, man. SEO, marketing, all kind of stuff, man. But it's also one thing you guys don't know about is YouTube creators get burnt out too. So like,
we do.
For one, I got health issues. Yeah, I got health issues I got to deal with. So then on top of that, doing this job every day, and then it's been 4 years straight. I never thought of it. My son was saying, because I talk crazy when I watch stuff, and he would laugh, and he like, you should make a video and put it on YouTube. I'm like, man, I don't know nothing about no damn computers. I don't know how to make a damn video. And if y'all see my first videos, they are horrible. It's like all in the bottom corner, and you hear some shit like 1 hour, one episode of Power Recap was 2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Video of my son crying for mac and cheese.
Oh damn.
Wow.
That's most views on my channel than anything else.
It's crazy what people want to watch. It really is.
That's true. That's true.
It's crazy what people want to watch.
I don't know.
Yeah, I never thought I would still be making videos 4 years later.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
I'm just getting started, y'all. So,
all right, y'all. I'm out. I gotta go. It's 1-something in the morning, and I gotta be up in less than 2 hours.
Oh, alrighty then.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Friday. I ain't got no job. I ain't got shit
Friday
to do.
night.
No, I'm just playing.
Just got paid. Money in my pocket. Don't know the rest of the song?
Definitely.
All right, y'all. Hey, Jay, thank you so much for having us come through. Moochie, thank you for always coming through. Nita, thank you so much again for coming through. I'm gonna have to have you guys on my channel too. I'm gonna try and I need to get my products that I already have, my winners already out. I need to get those products out, shipped out, and then I'm gonna do another live stream and hopefully have you guys on. It'll be a lot of fun. So we'll have to get Jay's internet upgraded before we do that, though.
Definitely. I got a lot of products and stuff people want me. Yeah, that's one of the products I need you to review. Internet service provider. Like, come on, I need that.
All right, y'all.
AT&T ain't what's working for me. All right, y'all. Hey, thanks for everybody for coming through.
All right, you guys. Peace. Thank you. All right, have a good night.
All right.
Peace.
Are we still on?
You all take care. Bye.
Bye.
Well, I mean, we can keep it going a little bit more if y'all want to say something else right quick, whatever.
I don't know what I can't remember. Like who?
I'll just have to
chat. Is it enough people to keep on doing it? Like, I don't know.
It's like 30.
It's 35 people in here. What's up? Y'all want to keep it going, or y'all ready to go to sleep in the chat? Let's see what y'all say.
You don't want to do it.
Support said stream for 24 more hours. We're going to need some super chats for that.
I love it.
Right. Support gaming. You left me hanging while they was all having jokes on me.
No.
Yeah, you left me looking bootleg, man. I thought your name was Support. It ain't no gaming. It was real life. This was serious. Had me looking bad out here on national TV. Trying to embarrass me on national TV.
Let's talk about some things.
Nah, man, I'm just joking.
What are we talking about?
So, hey, man, there are a few people want us to keep it going, man. We can go a couple more minutes. Since we done talked a little bit longer, we'll do another 10 minutes, right? What's up with that?
Okay.
So here, I ask you a couple questions so we can get to know you a little better. What's that you like to drink on over there, Nita? What's in that drink?
I'm a wine.
Everybody like to talk about my little bottles of gin.
I'm a wine
drinker. Okay, well, what kind of wine? No, it ain't no Wild Irish Rose or no MD 2020. What you sipping on?
Absolutely not. I would have been passed out. No, I'm on a little bit of.
You'd have been looking like all the saints over there.
I'm not too sweet.
So what's your favorite wine you like?
Pinot Grigio. So that's what I'm doing. And I've been doing.
All right. That's what's up.
Well, I was drinking 1800 tequila margarita mango mix.
That's what I got over here.
You do?
At 1800 ain't no joke. That girl, you sipping on some real drink right there. That guy gonna have you talking like this. You gonna have that little Lucius line up in your voice. So that girl, what you sipping on? Give me a little sip of that in the here. That gin gonna make you sin, mama.
I can't do it. I can't.
Brother Dale, I appreciate you, man. Thanks. You say, who thinks the FBI will pay Scully a visit in the hospital to go after Franklin? I don't know about that one. The FBI? I think that's a reach. If anything, I think Scully gonna turn into Pastor Cavassier. Well, let me say, hey man, I'm gonna go and have a drink with Moochie and Nita.
Larry came back.
Who came back? Larry?
Larry, I see him.
My question is, what are y'all predictions for season 5? We still didn't talk about it.
Okay, I'll keep it short. I think that all hell gonna break loose for Louis and Jerome. Yeah, I know it's hard, but I'm gonna keep it short but funky. I think all hell gonna break loose with Louis and Jerome dealing with them country ass people in Little Rock, and they gonna realize it's like you said earlier. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Yeah,
you know, and like Jerome told her, you either getting these people killed or turning them into killers.
Yep.
You know, and you turning one of them into a crack baby. So, you know, they gonna have a lot to deal with. And I think Franklin is gonna have a hard time finding replacements for everybody. And whoever he come across is not gonna be trustworthy, probably backstab him. And he gonna realize, because I think Reed made a mistake by killing, if he killed Alton with a bullet, that's gonna come back on him because Sissy gonna tell him, and then he knows what happened. He should have gave him that double dose, you know what I mean, and put him to sleep, gave him a heart attack, you know.
Yeah, I feel like
so we'll see how that go, I think, and then that's going. Yeah. What you think, Nita?
No, I'm in agreement with everything that you're saying. For some reason, like, we're doing a show. We're not trying to do what's realistic and what may happen. We're trying to continue a show. For some reason, I feel like they left it open-ended so they can go in whatever direction they want to go. I felt like they set up so many different things, and they had the liberty to go in whatever direction they wanted to go. And I applaud that. With John Singleton not being there no more, him passing away, R.I.P., rest in peace to John Singleton. But I think that he put into his team exactly the vision that he was trying to do. And I'm thinking it's gonna be something that we are not expecting. So I'm not really trying to do no expectations. Like, I want to say Alton is dead. I really want to say Alton is dead. I know Scully is not dead. I want to say that. But at the same time, I feel like I don't know where it's going to go because they left so many, they set up so much stuff. And that's why it was such a good episode, because we was like, oh my God, they set up stuff for the next season and they resolved so much for the season that they were in. I love it. And yeah, I give it a 10 out of 10. Okay, I'm done.
I think it's freezing on my side.
I feel like we're gonna find out that what Kendall just said too about Teddy's gonna find out that Avi stole the money. The question is he gonna work with him or is he gonna kill him?
That's a sub that don't make no sense.
That's a good question.
No.
Yeah. You think he gonna work with him or kill him? What you think?
I don't know. Like, I'm like he knows that he owed the money or whatever. So I'm like, is he gonna work with him or is he gonna like confront him about it? Because I feel like he was feeding the banker woman everything to say to Teddy, so he wouldn't know that he stole the money. And
it's your turn.
I think already I agree with you guys with everything going left in Little Rock.
Okay.
I just want to know what's gonna happen with Leon and Wanda, like, as far as that, because he really doesn't want to do this anymore, but he has to right now.
Right. He didn't give him no choice. He was like, yeah, I did that and you owe me. Right?
He does owe him.
He does. Absolutely.
But
I didn't think he was wrong in that. But like I said, I feel like Franklin from the beginning, he was fucking wrong for choosing man boy. That's what I'm saying. I was just like, he started the whole snowball effect of choosing man boy over Scully when Louis told him, because he don't want to listen to women, as we see women keep trying to save these motherfuckers, and y'all don't want to motherfucking listen.
Yeah, I mean, if they would have listened to a lot at the beginning, a lot of stuff wouldn't have went left.
Yeah, I mean, he did listen to her sometimes, but he definitely should have listened to it then. He listened when he told him Salt and Pepper used them to set him up.
Yeah, but after that, because he knew he messed up. He knew he made a mess of everything.
Yeah, he did. He did. He messed up.
Tell me, are you a male? Is this what your platform is me to be? Do you want me to be on your platform because I'm coming from a female?
Yeah. Hey, for those who don't know, I'm an open-minded person, and I give people the option to talk. Not just other YouTubers, but I let other people in the comments come and talk too. So even Trump supporters come and talk, and I don't try to cuss them out or yell. I try to deprogram them. But I don't shy away from difference of opinion. I believe in that. Hey, you may show me and make me think differently. So go ahead, say what you want. My bad.
Well, I'm just saying, I didn't want to disrespect you, so I'm just like,
oh no. Hey, yeah. Hey. Yeah, no. Hey, I believe in women's rights and stuff so much so that, like, hey, you want to work and do this, you should be able to pay just as much as I do. And do stuff, not to say like I ain't, not gonna pay this or that, but like I had one person on here, one woman. Now this is going off on the side thing, but she said that you all let me know what you think. She said that if she's with a man, even if they've been together for a while, she's never gonna pay for a meal or never take them out on a date. And I'm like, why not? You got a job. If I take you out on dates, you never will pay for nothing. You'll never take me out. It ain't that I'm broke or can't afford it, but like, what do you think that's wrong for women to take their man out?
No, I'm not about that. And let me be clear, because I'm in a relationship, I treat my partner. However, I'm not in a relationship as a woman, I don't.
Right. Okay.
Is we clear?
Right. So if we just start dating, then I need to treat you right. But if we've been together for a while and we together, then sometimes you'll look out for me, just like I look out for you.
That's how it should be.
That's how it should be. Just like I will cook dinner sometimes and have dinner and bath water ready for you. Just like sometimes you would do it for me. Like it's a give and take. It's a partnership, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Right. So I agree with all that, So no, I'm not I'm a pro woman.
I want to make sure, because I know you are a ghost supporter and I'm not a ghost supporter. So.
Well, I'm not a ghost supporter. I'm not. So it's just like Franklin. I like Franklin, but I'm not he's a bad dude though.
So complicated. It'd be a lot of gray.
Yeah, because it's a TV show and we're getting to like these people because they the star of the show. Yeah. But I know he's a murderer, a drug dealer. He cheated on his wife, although I think she cheated first, but he didn't know that.
Absolutely not.
So let me ask you, if we together and you get into the car with somebody and you pull out the tickle bitties and start opening up the candy store.
You want to see him?
Yeah. So come on, go to private chat.
You know what? I can't.
But I'm saying.
Hell yeah. Go to private chat. Hold on. I'm sending you a link.
No, you're not going to sit here and tell me and reduce me to my titties to you fucking a whole girl. That's what
She wasn't doing that yet.
That's what we not going to do.
Yeah, but I'm saying I said she cheated first.
Why? Just because
So if I get in the car with a sexy Uber driver and I start stroking the salami and playing around, you wouldn't trip if you found that out your man was doing that?
But he didn't find that out.
Okay, I didn't say he did. I just said she cheated first.
Everybody, I'm on a page on Facebook and they really don't like Tasha. They really feel like her.
Well, Tasha is greedy. Tasha, I don't, and some people say, well, you say that, and they don't say it because of how I look, but they say, you just dissing dark-skinned women, and they want to portray, I don't give a damn if they made Angie play that role. You say what?
You're big up in.
I don't like how they made her look like a bird in the last season.
What I want to say is that
you big up in who?
I'm big up in what the fuck is the name?
That liquor talking to you, feeling good. You're feeling a little hot. You're feeling a little bothered. You got the little table bitties ready to show them. Let's get you another drink.
You be big up in ghosts like he ain't done shit.
No, I ain't never did that.
What? Yes, you did. Yes.
You gotta show me this video or when I said that, please.
It's so I can find it. I know for sure I can find it.
Okay. This is what I say about Ghost. He was the only one that wanted to get out.
This is true.
Look, he wanted to get out, but why are you neglecting why she got in the game at first?
Because she liked it.
Mm-hmm.
She chose to hide that because she chose to date him. If you was dating a dude and you found out he a drug dealer, don't you got the option to leave?
It's crazy how a man can choose something, the woman go along with it, and then he want to pull back, and then she is with it, and then you make her the scapegoat.
No, she chose something too. They both chose each other. What? He didn't make her do nothing. She chose, she knew when she was with him and they got pulled over and he said, I got a gun in the car, and she just took it and hid it on her own. She could have decided. Was he winning? Was he with what? Was he with it or was he winning?
Drug life, right?
Yeah.
So she joins in to be a ride or die for him, and then he flipped the motherfucking square. And then all of a sudden he tried to like, oh, I want to go legit. Like, what is my life like this for?
All right, I'm gonna ask you this, okay? All right. So, did she always say from episode 1 that he was smart and he knew what he was doing, right?
Yes.
Didn't he say it ain't no old or retired drug dealers, they end up dead or in jail?
Yes.
Okay, so did he set up a dope exit plan for them to live fat the rest of their life legit?
Yes.
Making 70, 80,000 a night.
Yeah, she still
Why she didn't want to listen?
Fast life.
Right, like he set it up. Y'all got enough money already stashed. He set it up where you could be richer. Was Simon Stern richer than Ghost?
So you flip-flopper? You want to not say?
No, it's called growth. He had no. He ain't flip-flop. That was his plan. He used drug dealing as a means to an end to become a legitimate businessman. Tommy and Tasha just wanted to live the street life forever.
You want somebody that's gonna flip at the drop of a dime. She's been living life and she sacrificed and she did this. She done gave
sacrifice what? She didn't even have a job. She spent thousands of dollars shopping.
He sent her to school.
She didn't have a job. Get out of here. No, you're not gonna say
Moochie. She could have been the accountant for his clubs, right? She should have been his partner. But instead, she want to pop bottles and drink and turn up. Why you ain't taking your ass next to your man every day and building that empire with him?
Because she was basically home with the kids.
She wasn't. Her mama raised them damn kids. She had her mama
Big mama
there.
was with them. You're right. You're right.
Thank you. Thank you. Nita, you watched the 2 separate shows. I don't know what you saw.
5 minutes that he saw her, he sent her home.
Because she was spoiling. So you tell me, my dream to go legit and open up a club that my father had a dream and did, and I've been aspiring to do this, and you my woman, so you known this, on my very first opening night, you want me to leave early to go screw you. Like, why don't you stay here with me and relish the dream and support me in accomplishing my dream? But no, you want to leave like we at a club. We not at a club. This is our club. You should be here with me trying to run the books. You should have been just as proud. She ain't never worked at that club.
What? No, I didn't say work at the club. She was there and she was present.
Trying to leave and pop bottles.
What she was doing, right?
All right. Moochie, you the third wheel. Let us know between us two what you think. You heard us both talk. What do you think between that?
With her whole character, I was at the end. I don't like how they did her for season 4. They made her revert back to a hood chick. I didn't like that.
Season.
Yeah, go back to season 1.
Season
1.
Yeah,
that's when Angela came to play.
Angela didn't come the night that the club opened. She came a couple of nights after that.
Okay.
There was a couple of nights, but Tasha handled that wrong. If I was Tasha and I saw my man talking to that woman and I was jealous, instead of walking out, I would have walked right over there and be like, "Hey, honey, how you doing?
Exactly.
Nice to meet you. I'm his wife, Tasha St. Patrick. Who are you? Okay. All right, bye, bitch."
Out of order. Out of order.
All right, now it's 1:30.
She had no idea who he was talking to. She could have been like Karen Bassett and another club promoter or something. You don't know who she was.
He was fucking with somebody else, and it turned out to be right.
No, Tasha just jumped to conclusions.
So what are we talking about here?
But she didn't know that at the time.
I don't care.
Yeah, but she didn't know that at the time.
No. I don't care what he didn't know. He knew he married. Did he not know that?
No.
Did he know he was married?
Yeah, but he didn't. But also you got to backtrack. Him and Tasha was having a disconnect because she wasn't supporting his dream. They was having a disconnect, so emotionally disconnected. I'm not saying it's right to cheat on your wife. What I would have done if I was him and we was having that emotional disconnect is I would have tried to talk to her about it. And if it wouldn't work, we would have had a divorce because I don't like cheating and lying to nobody. And the only person I'm gonna lie to is the cops. Yeah. So what are you saying? Like, I don't know.
2 different things. It's what I'm saying. Is what I'm telling you is that she felt like something was going on. She was trying to get information from a person that knows what the fuck is going on, and he a young person.
Talking about Sean?
Yes. And he actively was going after a person that he had feelings with. Now she
manipulated him with the cuckoo.
She was doing something. What? I put that in all the comments.
Right.
We had the advantage, and we just got to understand that we had the advantage. So, ladies, I'm talking to you. Bitch, make sure you understand your power. And
you're sitting on the scholarship. You sitting on the trust fund, okay? Trust me, it will be fun and you will get funded. What you say?
I was reading what Jalen Sanders wrote, and it's true. She was not focused. She didn't understand his dream, and she didn't want him to change.
I don't believe it.
Right. So Nita, if that's your man, let's look. Tasha and Ghost was together. They was married. When did she try to be with him and support him on anything other than selling drugs and getting screwed?
the exact thing that got them to that place. He didn't get that place out of nowhere. Please, y'all, please.
So that's why she should have supported.
Past. They didn't show the past, but they talked about the past. They said that she did the accounting books. She knew how to burn the clothes. Don't sit up here and try to say that she ain't doing shit. Get out of here.
But we talking about from what we saw from the moment it started, she wasn't doing nothing but shopping with Lakeisha and going to the club and partying. She was not
awards for the shit that she's done. She proved in season 1 that she did the shit. She did it with Ghost. He came to her with that bloody whatever. He burned the shit. She cooking the books like young.
I'm not saying she dumb, but she wasn't supporting him.
Yeah, she's not dumb.
Nothing for supporting him.
What you mean deserve? She could have had everything. They could have been together.
What did he give her?
He was gonna make her a very rich woman. No. Remember when he was talking to Angie about divorce? He said, "I'm gonna make Tasha a very rich woman."
What she got for all the shit that she did all them years.
That's her fault. She the one that put him out before he got to give her the divorce papers. And she put him out like her mama even said, "Why you put him out? You putting him into the hands of the other woman. Where you think he gonna go?"
Cheating with Angie.
Yeah, but
birth to his 3 big head ass kids out her motherfucking vagina, and he got the nerve to give her nothing.
What you mean give her nothing? You talking about at the very end? By that time, you can't go by the very end. Too much has happened. Go to when he was about to give her the divorce papers and make her a very rich woman.
What you're not going to tell me is that they sat at that table when Ghost died. The lawyer said, "Tasha, you don't get shit."
Yeah, she didn't.
Right, but you
can't tell me that.
But you leaving out that she had Sean about to kill him, right? See, you skipping all this stuff. I ain't giving you shit either if you was gonna run away with my driver and he had a bullet to my head.
That wasn't he didn't want to kill him.
You already cheated.
It don't matter. He had a gun to his head and he was gonna run away with Tasha. She was sleeping with Tasha. And you got to keep in mind all this stuff. You can't skip from season 1 to the end talking about she ain't get shit. Remember, he told Angie he was going to divorce Tasha. She said, "What about Tasha?" He said, "I'm going to make Tasha a very rich woman." He had in the divorce that he was going to give her a lot of money. She decided she didn't want to divorce him.
He didn't, though.
Because a lot of other stuff happened. If she would have shut up and been cool and signed the papers and left it alone, then they would have got divorced.
He wasn't going to do it no way because he cared about himself.
No, he was trying to look out for her, Tariq, Tommy.
I went back and
Those the only one that didn't just care about himself because he tried to make sure Tommy was straight, Tariq was straight, Tasha was straight, her mama was straight, and that's why he should have just left all their ass and went to Miami with Angie. He should have just cared about himself.
Season 1. And I watched it from season 1, episode 1. He always fucked her. He always he was thinking about all the drug shit he was doing. He never loved Tasha. He never loved her.
I don't know about that.
I don't think. I think it changed once he wasn't being supportive of what he really wanted to do. I think that changed everything.
They had an emotional divorce before all that stuff happened. They was, yeah. Look, I don't know. I know I've been with some people and they turned me the fuck off, and I didn't want to be with them no more.
The Power season 1 and look at episode 1. Look how he fucked her, and look how he it was like in anger. It was an anger type of fuck. It was not.
But you got to keep in mind, he came home in that first episode. He said he was tired. She talking about let me relax you, but she didn't go down on him or ride him. She got to make him do some more work, putting in work on that ass. You want to relax me? Let me lay here, and you go ahead and take a load off. A nice big load of vitamin D. Take it off.
Okay.
She making him do all the work. You need to at least ride this rodeo or something. Let me lay down. You want me to put in work?
She asking him for it. However he wanted it, she was going to give it to him. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't know.
More mercy, and then you treat us like shit. Get the fuck out of here. Like, no, I'm not. Look.
I'd love to have you come on, and we got to talk some more power. Come on tomorrow. I'm gonna be on tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern time. And we definitely can talk some more. It's about to be a 3-hour show. You know, people attention span. You know, I'm gonna split it up though, because you know, people attention span, they ain't gonna watch 3 hours. Oh man, that's too much. I need a 10-minute video. Where's a 2-minute video?
You're gonna have to break it up in sections of what we talked about.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna try to work on that, but I gotta do my damn Snowfall video, Godfather Harlem video, split up this. I got a bunch of stuff. I'm behind. But I'm gonna try to get some work done tomorrow before I have to go live and split this up.
To you.
Yeah, I enjoy talking to you too.
Having me. Thank you for having us.
Anytime, y'all are more than welcome to come back. I want you to come back.
It's no disrespect to Jay. We have a difference in opinions, and that's what it is. He's a man. Please don't take it in the manner that it might have been presented.
Moochie agree with me. Yeah. I agree with her.
I feel like like with Tasha with the thing, I do agree with him. You think Ghost never loved her?
Yeah, no. I don't agree with that. I think he did love her. I think he loved her to the end.
For the position that she took. It's just, look, I used to be a drug dealer's girlfriend. What I'm trying to tell you is that people compartmentalize what roles they play in different lives. And I just don't feel like that's what that was. And that's just that's
when I was younger, I used to be a drug dealer. And when I wanted to get out of that, if you didn't want to get out of it with me, then we about to split.
So when Snowfall, you're a drug dealer. What you doing with the two girlfriends, the drug dealer girlfriends? What you doing with them?
I would have killed. If I'm this type of drug dealer, which I never wanted to do because I know people was killing and stuff, and I knew, wait a minute, this is too much because people try to rob me and then I want to kill them. And I'm like, well, you know what? I don't want to do this no more because now I got to kill or be killed, and it's about the principle and this. So for the record, I didn't get that deep in the game. I put some feet in the game, and then the water was hot. I got out, okay, for the record. All right. But this time I was 15 and 16 and 17 years old. So that's how the ages when I was doing this stuff. I was damn sure wasn't no grown ass man. Anyway, now the
only people that were grown ass people were Louis and Jerome.
That's true. Because Franklin ain't but what, 21?
And he was the youngest.
Right.
He was like 19 because he was college age.
Right. So Franklin is pretty young too. So yeah, I was a young person. So, but if I was Franklin and now I'm at the top and I'm a killer now for my empire, I would have killed T.
How long you been playing me, T? How long you been playing me, T? You know I got to pop you with your ass, T.
For the leverage.
But I don't trust her. She got too much leverage that she can flip and go into witness protection. Like sleeping dog, well, what is it? Bad dog don't tell no lie or whatever. I made that up, but it makes sense.
I would have killed Mel too.
I wouldn't have went there. I would have left her alone. She didn't went to Odessa, Texas.
I don't understand why she went there. There was no reason for him to go there.
Right. I agree, Moochie. I would not have went there. I would not have talked to her, and I would have left that alone. She wouldn't have
That
known
was like poking
was
a bear
dead.
to me. Him going there was like poking a bear. He just antagonized her.
Right.
Dead.
I agree with you on that. So yeah, I would have killed one and left the other alone. Would have never talked to her when it went over there. None of that. So what would you have done, Nita?
She had too many times with Mel. She had too many times. That bitch would have been dead. Like, and that little holy whatever, that bitch would have been dead. It would have been what it was. Mel gets no grace or sympathy with me.
If Mel was still in Cali, I would have got her. But she moved all the way to Texas. Like, what she want to tell the Texas police about me and shit?
That's just like you saying that what's the Alton moved from LA and moved to Cuba.
But he said too much too soon though. If he would have did it before he said the man's name on the air, I would have left him alone. And he had that chance to get left alone. But now you've already proven to the wrong person, to a dude that don't give two shits about you, that you got loose lips and they will sink some ships, you know. So Moochie, before we go, what would you have did with the girls? Would you have killed, married, kill, or sleep with?
He should have killed Tanasa.
Mel is gone,
and he should have just left Melody alone.
No, Mel is gone and Alton is gone. Period. I mean, I'm talking as a drug dealer's girlfriend. Like when you keep trying to set people up and yeah, no, absolutely.
Like I would have actually, well, this is where I would have did different from Franklin. So I'm with you in the situation we saw Moochie. I would have left her alone. She gone to another state. She trying to move on. But here's where I would have done different, speaking as a drug dealer. You shot me, I'm going to kill your ass. So she would have never got to be reformed. She would have ended up dead before she got to be a church-going person because you shot me, and I can't let people know that you can shoot me and get away with it and live. So she would have died for shooting me, period. She would have never got to get reformed and find Jesus. She would have met him later. Real soon. She'd have had an appointment. They had a reservation. And you about to, you know what I'm saying? You about to check into the, Heartbreak Hotel real soon. But I would have never let her come to Jesus moment.
We can't meet fire with love and all. Like, we're not doing that. Like I said, she betrayed him 2 times and he knew it. That's
why I would have killed her before she even had a chance to talk to the reporter, because you shot me. And where I'm from, that's a no-no. You're going to die, period. So she would have never talked to the reporter had it been me, and you shot me. I'm coming for your ass.
Yeah, but they got her out of there so fast after she shot him.
Well, I would have told everybody who shot me, though. I would have told.
You didn't tell who shot him.
Right, and that's where it messed up. I'd have been like, man, y'all got to get that bitch. She shot me. Hell no. So that's where we would have differed. I would have made sure she was dead if I was him. And so that's why, when I say this stuff, like, I know the drug game is one of the hardest jobs you can have, man. Like, you got to kill people and stuff. Like, if somebody rob you, you got to shoot them. You got to kill them, or else people won't respect you. They won't pay you because they know they can rob you and you won't do shit. If somebody shoots you, you got to kill them, or else people know they can rob you and shoot you and you ain't going to retaliate. How can you be in business? Absolutely. You give a person some keys, they won't pay you the money because they know you ain't going to do shit. Exactly. So that's where the writing goes wrong a little bit to me on that.
He has made those mistakes and he's still making them. Like I said, Franklin is back. Like, the old Franklin is back, and he may have learned some lessons, but the most important lessons is that you done had your dick in these bitches and you done let them live after they betrayed you. Absolutely not. It's a no. It's a no for me. It's a no for me.
Yeah. I mean, I would have killed her before she even got a chance to snitch. But since he didn't, and she had moved on and found Jesus, I wouldn't even went there and woke up, poked the bear. So I'm agree with Moochie on that. And I would have killed the other girl.
Get the information.
Yeah.
It was easy. It wasn't like she was like going there time after time after time again, and she kind of just like did it.
We'll see. You got a good point. I get it, and you know what you're saying is true from the from your knowledge of how it go. It's just that how he played it in the show. If I was him and playing it like how he played it, that's how I would have did it. But if it was me, yeah, I would have told them as soon as she shot me, go kill her ass. She is not going to see another day. Okay. Right. And you know,
they still don't know that she shot him.
Right. Even to this day.
His whole family don't know who shot him.
That's crazy. So yeah, that wouldn't have happened with me. Yeah. I would have had a hit out on her ass. She would have been dead like a doorknob, so to speak.
We had 3 hour more.
Yeah, definitely. Nita, you there? No. You about to get up out of here. If y'all want to stay a little bit and talk after the show, y'all can hang on in there. Hey, Jalen Sanders, I said this the other day. I think the final season and the finale, Mel could probably be pulling the trigger on him and killing him.
I can see that happening, but they say he's not gonna die.
Okay. Where did you hear that? They said that in the article or something?
It was the way John Singleton did the story. They were saying that he's not gonna die.
Well, let's hope they honor his final
wishes, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying too.
Because I hate that every black character dies in their show.
And I don't even want him to go to jail.
Yeah, that's really
to outsmart everybody.
That would be something. That would be something. If he make it to Cuba, you know, that'd be dope. But we'll see. He could be living like a king with all that money.
Yep.
I think he needs to separate himself from the streets anyway, and get out the hood, get a condo downtown.
Him and Leon need to move away. They just need to come here and do business.
Yeah. They need to do business just a couple days a month, and that's it.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I appreciate you for being on the show, Nita. You there? Let me see. All right, she probably about ready anyway. But Nita, I appreciate you. I definitely enjoyed talking to you and your, Tasha supporter. And hey, everybody watching, thanks a lot. I appreciate y'all. Don't forget to hit the like if you're new. Don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate y'all. Thanks everybody for the super chat. There go Miss Nita right there. What you want to say before we get out of here, sis?
Thank you so much, Jay, for having me on your platform. I appreciate it.
No problem.
No disrespect to Jay.
Nobody.
We all have our differences in opinion, and it is what it is.
Yeah. Hey, man, that's what make the world go round. I mean, if we all agreed, how long would this show have been tonight?
Absolutely.
So
you make sure you hit me up or I hit you up. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, just when the stream ends, just hang on for a second.
Okay, man.
All right, and everybody, y'all take care. Everybody, peace. Yeah, make sure you subscribe, follow these ladies.
Get it.
Definitely. Y'all can hear about Kenya more and her BS.
We're talking about Kenya.
Well, we ain't gonna get started yet. We out of here. I said they can go hear some more Kenya with you. And City on the Hill and other shows with Moochie. And we up out of here, y'all. Deuces.
I'm here for you because